And the mic. Oh, hello! Are we done? Are we up? Hello?
She actually knows what she's doing.
See, I forget because I have no idea what I'm doing, that other people have shit sorted. Hello and welcome to Eyes of Elisia, here on the D20 Multiverse, with myself, Oliver, Dungeon Master, and my lovely players, the Eyes of Elisia, who are all moving chairs for some reason.
No, I'm so short that I can never actually see what's going on, like everyone's tables and whatnot. So I wanted to try
A high chair. So
actual real life, an actual high chair. Yeah, real halfling. I'm 5 foot. I'm not kidding.
Cool. Well, it's good to have you guys back. Second session for Eyes of Elisia for 2018. I've got suitably messed up things to throw at you guys, so...
I'm very excited. I'm ready to die.
And
I'm ready to play Dungeons and Dragons too. Oh yeah.
Man. If either of you guys die, we're screwed, because you'd have to join the death table, and then we'd only have one person on that side.
If I die, I'm coming back and I'm killing Stefan, just so that it can be a complete, like,
right, okay.
both tables.
I like that I'm the one that raised someone, so I deserve to die.
Like, I haven't raised anyone?
I have.
I do it every fucking game, buddy. Buddy!
I got him back from death. I did more raising than you did.
My character doesn't know that, so I don't care.
Yeah, one day you will.
To be fair, you were going to stay dead until you did what you did.
I know. So...
To be fair, you would be dead if I hadn't healed your ass.
To be fair, shut the fuck up.
So, welcome along. The banter has started right off the gate. I'm really happy the mics weren't going before the stream because there was a lot of banter there as well. Not suitable for even the internet, I'd say. So thank you for that. We have thanks to give to our wonderful YouTube subscribers. We just keep climbing. Our last video that me and Dave did was 2.5 thousand views, which is more than we've had on any video. So thank you for that. We've got my lovely girlfriend Julia on the tech today, who's cracking up at something.
Yeah.
With something.
It's the fruit in the mouth.
Did you stop putting things in your mouth?
That's hilarious.
I'm pretty sure.
Keep doing it.
Do we have Linda
I like how you're
and
slurping.
Dungeon Master in the chat?
This is the real reason they watch.
To watch you eat fruit.
We've got Jason and Down to Chill in the chat.
Oh, hi Jason, hey
They
Down to
can
Chill.
confirm.
Good
That's
to
why
see
they're
you.
here.
Alright, let's
They're here for the fruit.
if you're here for the fruit, please just put it in the comments and I'll stop talking and we can just...
Next week we'll just all buy a crate of fruit and just... I'll just start a new show on the channel and it's just me eating fruit.
He's like real
Yeah.
close to the mic. ASMR.
No, what she does, because we have to keep it D&D related, she
Right.
rolls the dice of which fruit to eat.
Oh,
Content.
I have one new die. I'm now at 31 D20s.
Stop.
And it keeps...
You can't even roll the d20 to see which d20 you'd use.
Because I've got too many
Yeah.
D20s. Yeah, I know, I can roll 2 of them.
Hey guys, have you ever done an intervention before? I think we need one.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm fine.
It's good. It's not a problem. Say it on my personal life. Alright. So,
You're bringing your personal life here!
We play D&D.
Hey, I've got my own personal life, thank you.
Shall we dive into the fiction?
let's actually play some D&D. That's what we're actually here for. That is what the channel's about.
And also, for those that are watching this live, we are doing the podcast after this.
Yeah.
We're going to take a 30-minute break, so if you do want to hang around for that, that's good.
The last podcast had, I think, like 50 downloads, which is ridiculous because most of it was talking about Olivia sleeping with Waluigi. I'm just promoting the show. Anyway, let's get down to Dungeons and Dragons. That's why we're all here. Thanks, Down to Chill. Thanks, Jason, for being in the chat. Stay along with us. And I can't hear that without. I never hear that again. Stay with us because it's going to be a fun episode. Let's get down to the fiction. All right. So the party. Having found their way through the great orb of Andor after it broke and left them essentially stranded in the continent Singera, with the one simple, not quite task of uniting the kingdoms of that land and preventing war from ravaging the kingdoms of the tamed and the untamed. You guys had landed, you'd travelled through Bluukmaar Devvan, the jungle of stars, and found a couple of tribes. You picked up Patience, the new character that Casper is playing from the Death Spike clan, also known as Dun the Kiwi. And because of their less than admiral tactics and animal handling, you decided to leave them and come with the party. You guys then travelled and found Den Vardis, the Druid Circle, and then it travelled to Noir Lore. In fact, the city that Splinter? No.
I can play
That's
a
in my
weird.
head. We're not going to go into why that's in my head.
Wait,
Alright.
what
Not
am I
Splinter. Patience.
confused.
You messed something. It's alright. Patience.
Didn't want to go in there.
Didn't want to go in there.
You didn't want to.
So-
I don't want to go in there.
Currently, where we find ourselves, the party is within Noir Lore. The party is completely split at the moment.
Split.
There's completely splint. So we've got Raiko, I do believe, with patience. Yes, we've got Nicholas and Maple, who are at the Waterfall of Blessing. Both taking a sip from the waterfall. Ritualistic thing within Walua. And we'll start with Stefan, whose hand is still on the door handle.
Oh, I forgot!
Of the dark yellow door leading to a grand spire in the elven forest city of Nualu.
You really
He's
want to do
been
this?
greatly warned.
Do I want to roll for it?
Don't!
He's been greatly warned by Patience himself as to not open this door, but that's where we left and that's where we begin. Stefan, what would you like to do?
Don't. Please don't.
My hands on the handle.
I'm literally begging you right now.
You're
Please
not
don't do
there.
this. I know, but as like a player.
He's gonna roll.
I'm gonna roll.
Okay, he's
What's
gonna
the
roll.
roll? What's the roll? To see if he wants to.
I don't.
Yeah.
So high is
Naturally,
11
it's
and
a save.
above.
Yeah, like it's your safe.
And low, I
Goodbye, Stefan.
open the door.
Okay. Okay. He's hiding it.
What is it?
I don't open it.
Okay, a light breeze rustles the trees surrounding the area in which Stefan currently stands. The sky is now going a bit inky black, it's leaning into the night time. However, the temperature is warm and humid and quite nice. Stefan, as your hand leaves the cool steel of the door handle, a couple of dark green leaves flutter past, and as you turn, you notice two elven guards, both watching you intently. One takes a step forward. Weary traveller, I'm sure you did not mean to venture into a zone you're not supposed to be in. May we escort you back to the rest of your friends.
You're actually making me want to open the door now. No, I'm okay. And I just like look around.
We would ask that while you're here as our guest, you enjoy the fruits of our camp and city. You're welcome to eat and drink with us. However, these doors are off limits.
Oh, I'm not gonna go through it. I just like doors.
Okay.
I like the architecture of doors. I have a mansion. Recently the elevator's broken and
Deception. Roll some deception. I'm going to roll perception. DC 3.
Oh god. Oh, I got 8 on the roll, so it would have been more than that.
Well, my friend, I myself am the crafter of these doors. Aren't they beautiful?
You're a guard and you're a crafter of doors too?
I work in many different facets of the city.
The economy's
Is that
really
right?
bad. I have 2 jobs.
Yeah, this economy in the city must be terrible. They just don't have
One
enough people.
job in this economy?
Maybe if they raised the minimum wage.
Yeah, I know. What?
Oh, maybe
The
if they
minimum
raised
wage
the
for
minimum
gold.
wage. My friend.
You should
must-
see the housing crisis in this city. It's
Oh.
insane.
Elves everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
in
more
fact,
trees.
as you wander through the forest, you see a small elf with a sign that says "Needs human, dwarf, elvish kindness." Any of them.
Oh.
The sign is actually like insanely large. It's
Yeah.
using every single possible
No,
race.
Stefan. In fact, the guy goes on to tell you that the doors that are situated around the city, the ones that have colours, are only accessible once a member of the Elven clan reaches a certain rank.
What's the rank?
So, rose rank, reserved for mostly the young ones, the children and such, which seem to be pure beings of light. Those kind of areas lead more to small libraries and such, and playgrounds, that kind of thing, or trees, grand trees. There's the Twilight Order above that, which once you reach, you can open the dark blue doors, and they lead to combat training areas, where you would be learned in the ways of the sword, the axe, the bow, whatever takes your fancy.
And bad movies.
Yeah. And then the Golden Spiral ranks again, which is what the door you're standing in front of currently. And that leads to... Not many people in the city know. Only the people that go through the door are privy to what lays behind it.
Oh, so you don't actually know what's behind it?
I myself have been studying the ways of the arcane for quite some time. Maybe one day I'll reach the rank of Grandmaster and step behind that door. And he kind of runs.
Wait. You built the door. But you don't know what was behind
I
it.
had a blindfold on when I faced that.
I didn't
This
put
is sacred.
I didn't put the door there. I just made it myself.
Stefan, make a wisdom save.
He made the door in his
Is this a
workshop.
DM I'm angry that you
No.
thought too much about this role?
No,
Okay.
this is the answer to what you're
He
thinking.
made the door.
It's
in
a
his
saving
ship,
throw. Save.
Like,
Save
it was
it,
on
wasn't
fire.
I'm just assuming he made it in a workshop and
Yeah.
then someone else installed it.
Some other
I
guys-
got a mighty 4.
So as he waves his hand, woof, you guys are all plunged into magical darkness. Complete black. Not just you and the other guys. Complete black. You cannot pierce through the veil and then woof, it's gone. He simply says, the arcane is good at hiding many things. The rest of you.
Still doesn't answer about the door situation.
The rest of you. Okay, so we've got Maple Nicolaius. You're currently with Lyfin, the head of this Elven Order. Now, he's offered you a dimension door after talking to you both. It now glows brightly behind him. He wishes to travel and transport you wherever you need to go in your mission of peace. However, slight problem is that Patience, the one who's escaped this city, against the will of the elders, is currently outside its walls.
Well, thank you very much for creating a dimension door for us. However, unfortunately, not all of our party is with us at this time, and we need to go and find a couple of people.
He clicks his fingers and the dimension door fizzles, and you hear a couple of soft footfalls as this really sleek, beautiful panther just kind of steps next to him, beside him. Well, my friend, simply an offer. You're more than welcome to stay within the city. It's a lovely place, and kind of strokes the panther a little bit.
Thank you, but would it be possible for me to leave the walls of the city to go and find my...
Of course, my friend, of course. Travel wary, these forests and jungles are dangerous at the best of times. And then he turns to the panther, and you can't understand what he's saying, but he seems to be having a conversation with it. And in fact, the panther...
In what language?
Well, it would in fact be the speak with animals.
Language?
I don't know why I was like, could he maybe be speaking Dwarvish?
Now I understand what they're saying.
You're speaking Goblish?
As for Patience and Raiko, you guys are currently standing outside the gates. Patience, you're kind of like away from the entrance of the gates, kind of, hood up.
Sitting down, like legs, like bouncing around,
Yeah.
can't stay still.
You guys haven't heard much except for the rustling of the trees. In fact, the wind is picking up quite quickly. Both of you being from Wellington can sympathise. So there's this rush of like cold air.
Patience and Rocco, like, yeah, this reminds me of Wellington.
Yeah, the wind picks up and trees sprinkle leaves in front of you guys. You do hear the sounds of the forest now that it's nighttime. Again, birdsong kind of kicks up. But there's a strange calmness that kind of fills the air. And above you, the stars are bright. And the trees are tall, kind of dark oak stuff there, and the branches reach right down to the ground.
How long have they been gone for?
That's a good question. Half an hour, maybe an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. You haven't seen too much else, except as you kind of stand there and have brief conversations, you do see a couple of guards from the other side of the fence approaching the city once more. You immediately recognise them as being like, tome keepers from the Twilight Zones. Get it?
The toilet.
This one.
They're both wearing like silver armors and stuff, and they're both walking in succession. They're coming closer to the gates.
Is it bad that when you said Twilight Zone, I thought of the vampires?
Yes.
Well, I just made that joke earlier as well.
Sorry. Should we be concerned about how long they've been gone?
I call him Nicholas.
Nicholas, your whispering stone activates.
I pick it up. Yes, hello?
Hello, this is Raiko. What's been going on?
Well, we may have a dimension door, or someone that was willing to cast one to wherever it is that we need to go.
Is
However,
Stefan
there
with
is...
you?
Actually, where is Stefan?
Your last sentence is drowned out with this howling wind that rushes right past you guys and just blocks out sound for a couple of seconds.
No.
Sorry? Through a tunnel.
Cell service here is ridiculous.
Mention something about a door. Anyway.
We've lost a farm.
Where is he?
I turned to the guy and I'm like,
Did he touch the door? Because he will be dead.
I assume not. He's not that dumb. I turned to the guy.
How about he just
Like
went-
him?
Yeah, and I'm like, do you have any... sorry, it's a bit crude. Do you have any brothels?
He goes bright red, and he averts his gaze. Fair lady, no.
The guard will probably be working there too.
I'm just trying to work out the most obvious place our friend would go. That seems to be the first port of call for him.
I've never been to a brothel the entire length of my campaign.
Just the personality, you know.
Yeah, it's just the vibe,
We within the city.
So he's offered you
I
a
like the
bone.
Yes, I think so. To be honest, out of game, I can't really remember from last
That's
game.
alright, I can.
Okay.
Wait, what do we say? Oh,
From memory, he offered it and said that we needed to hurry if we wanted
Yeah.
to catch the princess.
I asked Lyfin if he has maybe a scroll of teleportation so that we can take it, like meet our friends in the forest.
Right.
Because
So it's
we
something
have,
you can take with you.
yeah, we're very appreciative of the gift, and we would very much like to make use of it to try and do as much as we can with it, but obviously we don't want to
We split
leave.
up. Yeah.
We don't want to split the party, leave our friends behind.
Yeah. So he considers this for a while and kind of stares off into the distance. And again, when he howls through the city, as it does, he kind of looks up at the sky and is lost in thought for quite some time. In fact, it's the classic Zen tale of absent-mindedness. He's suddenly taken up with something higher and just stares at the two moons.
I look up, I like stand real close to him and I look up with him, trying to see what he's looking at.
Yeah.
I'll do the same, but I'm going to add a little bit of Sip and Arcana in there and see
Go
what I
for
can
it.
see.
Go.
Oh, Arcana would have been a good idea. I was just like pretty sure there's something in the stars.
That's a 17.
Okay, so again, looking up at the stars, you find yourself like somewhat disconnected because it's not the same sky that you're used to in a cast. But standing next to Lyfin, there's this calm that radiates from him, and in a sense, you kind of pick up on the arcane channels and his divine connection to the sky. And as you stare up, could be imagining it once more, but some of these stars glow a bit brighter. And then one of them, blink, 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 vanishes, and you hear Lyfin gasp. And he looks down, and his eyes dart around, and then he composes himself. I'm
Excuse me.
terribly sorry, what was... A scroll?
Yeah.
You'd need the Mage's Quarter.
Okay, can we go there?
Generally, visitors are not allowed within the depths of the cities.
How come?
Well, to protect knowledge, information, and such. Not to say that you work for those who seek to take our land from us, but can't be too careful.
Can we prove that we are worthy?
Yes.
Cool. Let's do some magic.
He kind of leans back.
What do you... What?
I
Seems to be
Retreat.
true.
I stand back a little bit. And I'm trying to look real cool.
Okay.
So I cast spiritual weapon
Yeah.
in front of me.
Yeah.
And it's a giant 7-headed dragon.
Wow. Can you do that?
It can take on any form I want.
Holy crap. Right.
It has the stats
You
of like a
think
little
6
bat.
kids will be enough?
Well, in the Bible and
Oh,
Revelations,
dragon.
there's a 7-headed dragon.
Oh, we're getting all deep on it.
Well, I am a cleric, so religious undertones are kind of a
I'm
jam.
pretty sure Bible don't need whatever.
Well, I'm just trying to be.
I think it's the opposite. I think
there's
there's
heaps of Bibles because there's different gods.
Yeah.
There'll
So,
be billions of
As you kind of... Does this have a verbal component or...
I can check.
No, it's alright. As you cast the spell, this bright white light kind of emanates in this terrifying dragon. It takes life in about half a second to realise it's not real.
Yeah.
You see this flash of fear across his face, and as he steps back, you notice this necklace he's wearing on his neck.
For some reason, it's around his ears.
Yeah, to clarify, this necklace that he's wearing, which is finely crafted, elven jewel, just glows brightly. And as he does, he immediately just whips his hand into his cloak and pulls out a small gem and he just holds it in his hand. This all happens within moments, just... And then... he puts the gem away.
24 on an Arcana check on the gem.
Nice.
I like how you
You just
just stopped
decided.
asking. You're like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made eye contact with you. I held up the dice. You know what's going
No,
on.
eye contact, I have to be looking at you. But looking at me is not eye contact.
Okay.
Hey Casper, look over there. I'm making eye contact with you.
Yeah, I love it.
That was an unsolicited roll. I'm going to have to ask you to roll again. Next one. 11. Cool. You assume it's Arcana, Arcana, because it's a gem.
Or it could be really great.
It's a gem, so it has to be okay.
It's just like a lucky charm.
All I wanted to know is if it's similar to the Keystone or the Void Stone.
Ah, okay. I'd say because you're attuned to the keystone, you can roll again, but without advantage.
Wouldn't rolling a second time be advantage
Triple
anyway?
advantage.
Do you want us to know what it is or not?
Arcana?
Yeah.
23.
Okay. So the arcane pulse that comes through it is non-existent. There is no arcane energy that exists within it. It's not blessed, it's not cursed, anything like that. But with that roll, you recognise that this is the same crystalline from the base of the floating city of Annual. In fact, the crystalline energy that allows the spells cast within it to be amplified many, many times.
Okay, so it's his arcane focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sick.
Also,
Mine is
as,
also a gem.
as the thing lights up, his necklace, he immediately tucks that away as well.
Yo, I've got a sick necklace too.
Would you
So
mind?
many tricks.
Would you mind if I delved into your mind to ask
Good luck.
your worthiness?
I was like, I can't promise everything you'll find will be like chill, but yeah, go ahead.
Cool. So he casts Detect Thoughts. If you do not resist,
I don't
then he
resist.
gains access. This is actually quite a disturbing process because as he does it, his eyes go completely black, but more than that, his teeth grow quite considerably. His fangs just produce, and he again takes out the arcane focus. And you just feel like this rummaging through your mind, like all these old memories and stuff.
It's
Just
just the
tables
Thomas the
of
Tank
books.
Engine theme song all through my mind.
He just rifles through a whole bunch of stuff in your mind, and eventually just this stops glowing and heals back. Slayer of the Lords of Violence. That's what I'd call worthy.
Oh yeah,
And he
there's a
starts,
few lists.
and he doesn't say anything else. He starts walking towards the Twilight Districts. You two, the guards are now approaching. They're close enough to see you both. What are you guys doing?
Do I end up putting on anything?
Yeah, have a if anyone else says you're the snow leopard.
Alright,
Cool.
put on the snow leopard outfit real quick.
Okay.
Put the hood up. Just chilling being a snow leopard.
As you're like quickly changing, you notice that the sound of footfalls has suddenly stopped. And in fact, these two elves are just staring directly at you. One of them kind of glances to you, looks incomprehensive. My friends. Hello.
Greetings. So,
You've brought him back? Returned, have we? Found the outside world not to be quite as civilized.
I don't
What?
know
He can have
you're
that
talking
voice.
about.
I was like, oh, is it not?
Was he just hitting puberty or?
My voice is screwed.
How old is this?
Elves, they hit puberty around about 200, you
Yeah.
know.
So I.
Just
my-
like
Maybe
trying to
last
lay back,
15
you know, let Ryan go sort of take the situation like I'm the snow leopard. Like.
Yeah.
So my name is Viko.
And greetings to you.
Greetings. What is your name?
They call me Wyvern,
Wyvern.
after the creature.
Right.
Why did you
Who's your
sound like a
friend?
bad dragon? Oh, I should have said bad dragon.
Oh no. And who's your friend?
This is Alleria.
Valeria. How do
Yeah.
you spell it?
Alleria.
Alleria.
Just, you know, got the snow leopard thing. So,
You seem to have acquired some new apparel.
He really is going for
I'm required some new apparel.
I was cursed by a witch. My voice box was taken.
Literally my
This is
voice.
all I have left.
Literally my voice is actually screwed today, so this is the best I can do.
Oh gosh.
Are you here to rejoin us?
I'm the snow leopard. I
Yes.
come from a far
He
land.
comes from Ukas. The snow leopard comes from Ukas.
Yes, I come from Bluukmaar.
At this point, the Illyria immediately knocks an arrow and just turns to the forest. The other one just puts his hand on the arrow and lowers it. Just give them a look. And they both turn as a quite large brown bear just pads out of the trees. Doodle, doodle, doodle. And then immediately just
Catch
goes,
it for me. Catch it for me.
doodle, doodle. And once it gets about like 5-10 feet away from Illyria and Wyvern, he just kind of stands on his back legs and forms into human. Elf, sorry. Takes a few steps forward, whispers something to Illyria, and they both take off into the city.
Wow. Rude.
Wyvern, however, is still looking over the both of you.
What just happened?
Ah.
I'm asking her.
Our scout has returned.
Ah, okay.
My friends. He's still looking at you like, do you wish to join us inside the city?
Well, I need to find my friends who are inside the city.
Right.
I believe that snow leopard will also be joining us at some stage.
Yes.
Are you carrying instruments that are visible?
Yes, I have a drum on the outside.
Nice. My friend, it might be of interest to you. A music player, correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. Have you spent any time within the Cave of Whispers?
No.
It's one of the, I dare say, most important historical points in our camp. I think someone of your persuasion would get a great deal out of it. I can lead you there if you wish. Maybe we can find your friends on the way.
Thank you for the offer. I'm just going to look to you vaguely for any sort of...
Snow leopard.
Snow leopard.
Yes. Snow leopard will go.
Very well.
Snow leopard only talks in third person. Snow leopard has an intelligence of 4. What is 4?
This man. What?
1, 2, 3,
Very
maybe.
well.
I can count. I
Very
can
well.
count to Z in the common language.
Follow me. And he leads you
Look,
both
we're
into the
killing our
city.
tech girls.
It's like walking with like the most like swagger
Yeah.
ever, like trying to be the snow leopard. I love that anyone who puts on the snow leopard is immediately like, you don't know who I am. We've like created this legend of the snow leopard without him being a real person. Well, like I just like Patience just assumed is like, oh, you are I'm the snow
The
leopard.
snow leopard.
Oh,
You're
alright.
pretty much like the Batman of this universe.
Yeah.
Like, anyone puts on the Batman costume is Batman.
Yeah.
I'm the snow leopard.
Snow leopard and Black of the Bard travel within the city. Stefan, back to you. What are you doing? You're with
So I'm talking the guards still?
yeah.
All right. So so what I'm saying, you got 3 jobs. So you're a guard, you build doors, and you're a dock worker. Did you say?
He also works at Fantasy Macca's.
Why do you words?
Can I
My
make it
dog
a fancy
worker?
chicken?
Is that? Did I pronounce that right? Think about it. Think about it.
What?
Change the O to an I.
Yeah.
My friend, is there anything else you require from us?
God, that went over everything.
I wasn't even listening.
I didn't hear
You work on the
Snow
docks.
leopard
I was
don't
like,
listen.
what docks?
Snow leopard only.
I honestly knew it wouldn't be that funny, so I just stopped.
Sorry, I said the other voice. Sorry. My friend, please enjoy the blessings of our city. As for now, I fear I must rejoin the others.
Okay.
And they both kind of walk off at a quite fast pace. After about 20 feet, they start sprinting.
And I turn around and look at the door. That's an awesome door.
So the door, now like a second inspection, it does have stuff inlaid to it. But the colours in which it is, it's yellow gold, so it blends in quite nicely, and you hadn't noticed it before. But it does come down. It's actually got like leaf patterns around one room.
Alright, I put my hand on the door.
Yeah.
And I go, one day, I'm gonna go through you.
And there's a spark right in the centre of the palm of your hand, and your hand is just repelled from the door.
No.
Not yet.
And I wink at the door and walk away.
Okay.
Wow.
You find your way.
With the door. Flirting with the door, yes.
Roll
I
to
am.
seduce the door.
It's a good door.
Stefan, you.
I didn't realize Stefan was into that.
D&D.
Explains the elevator. Oh my goodness.
Is that why the elephant
I didn't even think about that. That's a good one.
Stefan, you wander off and wander into the path of Maple and Nicholas.
I'm going to call Nicholas.
Go. You're with
Hi
us
there.
right next to me.
Hello.
Hello. So, we are headed into the city. We have an escort. Like,
Oh, great.
Also,
No
our
leopard
new
doesn't
friend,
need escorts.
our new friend, the snow leopard, is coming in.
Right.
Don't you mean our
Do you wanna-
old and well-known friend?
Yes, our
The
old
snow
and
leopard.
well-known friend who killed one of the Lords of Violence and
Right.
Basilisk.
Yes.
Like underneath
Okay.
the snow leopard patients is like, what the fuck?
Let me know when I arrive.
Okay then. Where should we meet?
Well, we got let into these doors.
I'm gonna ask Wyvern, do you know
Yes.
where the mage is? Where is snow leopard? Do you know
Mage
where-
Land.
The Twilight District.
Mage World.
Twilight District.
Yes, sorry.
Actually, I'll ask you, where are you currently?
Well, we're on our way to the
Twilight District.
the Twilight District. Yes.
Can we head to the Twilight
I
District?
can't remember.
Yes, Of course, I'm not personally ranked enough to enter.
Can you lead us to the entrance of the Twilight District?
Of course, lovely stuff. The guy that makes the doors is quite interesting. Holds a lot of things. He's got a lot on his plate, but it's the economy.
We're going to the entrance of the Twilight District.
We'll meet
Alright.
you there, and we
Right.
can take you through, I'm sure.
Now, as you guys make your way further into the heart of the city, you go past really fine crafted buildings and such, but everything here that has been built is woven right into the nature itself. More than often, you'll see trees that have grown around the sides of the buildings and such. The stars are now really, really bright, but as you walk, you're just kind of met with a calm chaos as people are running backwards and forwards. They kind of cross your path and then vanish. Some of them are going into houses and things, and yeah, it's as the moonlight hits the stones on the floors, they kind of almost illuminate just slightly as well. Seem to be charged by starlight. But eventually you guys make your way to two grand doors that lead to what looks like a hand holding an orb, at the base of which
Oh my god.
Oh no!
the second hand.
Not again!
The doors themselves are dark blue.
It's the,
Wait, were you there for that?
You might
Okay,
not have been
so
there.
this is midway through when I actually came into the game, so I have no idea what this actually is.
We found this crazy orb. It was mental. This is Maple saying this to Nicholas. It was so weird. It was like, Raiko died? This is when I first met you guys. Oh, you're not there. Okay, when I first met, like, everyone in the party, we were looking for this orb, and it was like, this, and then I, like, pointed to it, which is like that. So I think it might be either another orb or the same orb.
Technically, only me
Well,
and
what
Raiko
happened?
did.
Wait, you said, did you ever find the orb?
Yes, but someone had used it before we got a chance to, isn't that right?
Mm.
Yeah.
At this moment, you guys actually realise that Stefan from the left of the city, you two from the centre of the city, and you two from the right of the city, all perfectly line up as you all walk at the exact same pace and all end your journeys right in front of the door.
Well, isn't that a happy
I love that
coincidence?
Raiko must be walking like Raiko and everyone else must be walking so slow because me and Stefan are dwarves. So either we're running like to keep pace,
I like
or
to think I'm skipping.
Maple's just like
I'm in love with
sprinting.
the door right now.
I like to think that the snow leopard's walking very deliberately.
Wait, is Raiko still in a tiger costume?
Yes.
Yes.
So we're seeing a tiger costume
And a
Raiko
snow
walking
leopard.
along with a snow
And
leopard.
no one in the city has mentioned it. Because it's weird.
I say, hey Stefan, we got lit behind this door. Isn't that cool?
What kind of door?
What colour is it?
Dark blue.
It's dark blue.
It's not as
Are there any guards around?
Yes, well, Wyvern has arrived with these two, but he is not clearance.
Hey,
so
this
he
is
kind of-
Wyvern. He's not allowed through.
What's,
No,
with
he has.
what's with the snow leopard?
The snow
You
leopard.
don't know the snow leopard?
I asked a question. Idiot.
Everyone knows the
Everyone
snow
knows
leopard.
the snow leopard.
I don't know the
I
snow
punch
leopard.
him.
Everyone's-
Ow! This got nothing to do with that. Why I want to know about snow leopard.
The snow leopard is a man of legend.
He
Exactly.
killed Basilisk and one of the Lords of Violence.
This feels.
We were there for this.
This feels
Yeah.
confusing.
I punch him again.
You were-
Ow! Stop punching me! Why are you punching me?
The
And why are you looking at me with crazy eyes?
The snow leopard.
Is the mage guy with us? I
Yes.
can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go along with it and just like.
Thank you.
As Wyvern has to leave, the mage steps behind you guys, right in the centre of all five of you, and he looks around, nods at you, Nicholas, and points. Sorry. No, that is your name. Oh, good.
Oh my god!
I was like, what did I do?
Suddenly, I was just like, yeah.
No, his character's name's Alex.
He steps forward, looks at you, nods, and then looks at the ground on which you're standing.
I look down.
You see the same markings that you found all those months ago in the Temple of Sephinine. Placeholders, markers of where you are supposed to sit on an evening of fate and chance.
Okay.
You may remember the first time you travelled to the temple, you were greeted by a bunch of druidic kind of monk types
Yep.
who had told you that your arrival there was no mere coincidence. In fact, it had been expected for quite some time, and as you are asked to sit and meditate with the other monks within the temple, you sat on a specific marking. Looking down at your feet where you find yourself standing, you see that same marking, and in front of each one of your party members, a different but similar marking.
I want to look up at the two moons. Are
Yeah.
they full or anything like that? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something.
Okay. I
I'm
wait
gonna
like that.
sit.
Yep.
Man, if I had $1.
As you sit, the runic symbols on which you're sitting light up in bright gold.
I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm going to meditate, focusing on Sephine.
Excellent. Roll Arcana with advantage. What are the rest of you doing? You
I'm
see
gonna-
Nicholas do this.
Can I reach Nikolai's from here?
I'm still standing there really confused at what's going on.
I touch him and I cast guidance.
Guidance.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's now a 14.
Cool. Immediately and unsettlingly, you feel such a powerful sense of deja vu. In fact, time in this moment seems to reverberate through your consciousness. You just experience the sensation of sitting at these gates over and over again, and just have this feeling each time like you've been here before.
Okay.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm still confused.
Spreading meditative herbs around Nicholas, and because he seems to be in like a prayer zone, so I'm all up in that. So I'm just doing everything I can to help him out. I'm like lighting candles and shit. It's like it'd be romantic if we were like.
I just lean over to Ryko. I'm like, what is he doing?
He is meditating.
And the wind howls louder than before.
Okay. Is there anything else I can do to try and, like, I don't know, another Arcana check, a religion
In
check?
fact, the help from Maple's offerings, ritualistic offerings, now like that golden symbol that you're sitting on, a snake of light travels through the point that you're on and up into the door, and you just hear a soft click.
Okay.
Who's with us again?
So the one of the head mages of Noir Law,
Is that the person who offered him
the dimension door.
Dimension door?
Correct.
Okay. So now that we're all here,
Yeah.
Surely you don't want to see what's behind the cool door.
I really want to know behind the gold door.
Stefan's eating for some reason.
Pulling
No,
out,
I'm
pulling out like a huge
confused.
strip of beef jerky.
Yeah. That's ration. Nicholas is like sitting there meditating. Everyone's like watching with bated breath, and Stefan's in the background just like.
I'm just like, what the hell's going on?
Stressing.
Why is this snow thingy?
So, Nikolai, sitting on the symbolic room that is
You were there
lit.
last time we pulled
The rest of the party, you're actually in the middle
You were there
of the party,
with
so you've got two on either side.
With Ryko.
The head mage is watching, and occasionally his eyes will flash black.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Just like a technicality, just like for gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, do I need to be concerned with anything he does when he does anything Sephine because of my whole zealot path?
Probably.
Do I feel something, or do I?
Like, are you aware that it is like a Sephine? Do you recognize the symbols and see it as?
I don't know. Do
Roll history.
Do
I'd say with advantage because this is the city. you
Net
grew up
one.
in. No,
Okay.
with
With
advantage because you
advantage.
grew up here.
Yeah, with an advantage it's a 14.
Yeah. So the symbols are not uncommon in the city. In fact, in front of and inlaid to most of the doors, there are runic symbols. Again, the knowledge of what they mean is reserved for golden spiral status. Behind the door that Stefan tried to open.
And I have to be behind the
And
doors.
But
So-
Lifen has.
So one of the doors clicked open.
So yeah, this kind of snake of light travelled out the door and just something on the door clicked.
Has anyone tried to push it open yet?
No.
Maple's gonna try to push it open.
Okay, strength.
Okay. It's a 16.
Man, it's like it can't just be wood on these doors because it doesn't budge at all.
I see what's happening and I charge at it. Shoulder. Plow it.
Strength.
That's a door. I'm really excited. Not in that way.
He's just like Stefan's just running at it. He's got this like a raging boner and he's running.
What?
I just have always have a raging boner. Just this hand movement.
Don't make that canon. Please do not make that canon.
I only got like 5.
You feel almost your shoulder separate as you charge it at full speed.
The snow leopard
Just
will
a basic
open the
door
door.
before
I don't go to open the door.
I am going to inspire you.
Okay,
You can have an extra D6 plus 2.
excellent. Cool, so that's a 26.
For strength?
Yeah.
Ow, you nearly splinter the bones in your hand as you pound on the door.
I
does not
look
budge.
at life
gotta
and
walk
I'm
to the
like,
door.
what? Door's
Wait.
not opening. How do we open it?
Sick.
Well, you could have said that.
I stand up now.
I wanted to see if you'd figure it out yourselves.
Oh, because there was a click in the door
I mean,
and
I
I was
had
like,
a
right,
feeling.
it's unlocked
I
now.
had a feeling, so I'm going to walk to the door and just keep you pushing on it and see if it opens for me.
Cool. Creek.
I turn to Tim. You dick. You could have just told us this. I just look at my damn shoulder.
We're obviously not.
I could have told you, but then I wouldn't have joined the comedy of it.
Maeve was like, Thea, and then I follow Nikolai through the door.
Okay.
I will also.
Wait, does it
Ryko, he stops you. Lycan stops you.
Okay.
And he reaches behind his neck and unclasps something.
I thought he was going to take the mask off. Actually.
He puts it in his hand and he hands this to you.
Oh wow.
As you touch it, it glows brightly.
Oh no, you're.
Once again, the wind howls, and this time the pendant which you're holding in your hand sways
Ooh.
back and forth.
Does it also make snow?
Yeah.
Maybe this one makes wind.
What, are you also going to give it to our enemy?
It's an amulet.
Yeah. I mean,
You
that's.
dislocated your shoulder. Do you want some healing or not? Huh?
You want
I
some
cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Cool.
Oh.
So
snap.
what's behind the door?
Wait.
sorry,
And you-
you
oh.
keep going.
World magic.
Oh,
I didn't get damage.
what's
Right?
that?
World magic.
World magic.
Which you've encountered, I think, 2-3 times in your entire journeys. My friend, listen. Really listen. Baseball from Lycan.
Never gonna give.
He points. He points at the trees, and as the wind howls again, and a few leaves disconnect from the trees and flutter past you guys, you notice that the sound of the wind, which you'd never picked up on before, is in fact a chorus of strings. In fact, you hear the sound of the universal song rustle through in these fine, intricate points of well-crafted notes. But as soon as you do, on the wind, you also hear the cries that the wind carries with it. In fact, this rush of information from somewhere in Singera, you just hear the sound of animals being slaughtered, and a great foreboding, as if very, very soon, something's going to happen that's going to silence a lot of voices. Nicholas, as you step through the dark twilight doors, you're greeted by quite an exquisite sight, as all the stones inlaid in the path, they're about this big each one has gold and silver inlaid craftings upon them. Runic symbols that span hundreds of feet. It would be impossible to read them all in a single day. Around the grand spire, you can now see the hands on either side of the tower. There are these little lights that immediately look kind of like torches, but instead are filled with small fireflies and such, and they kind of dot around the entrances to what you guys know now to be the Mages Guild of Noir Law.
Okay.
Ever been in here before?
No, Twilight Doors, no.
Are there any people around?
No, not outside.
Okay.
But once again, this moment echoes in your consciousness, and you feel this great, unsettling wave of deja vu stronger than you've ever felt.
I'm going to take a moment to focus on that sensation.
Okay.
And see if I can focus on maybe specific feelings or memories that might not belong to me.
Okay.
And just see if I can find where the scrolls might be.
Okay.
In this place.
I'd say that would be insight,
Insight?
which you can roll.
Okay. Straight roll. 18.
Immediately you get the sense that something you're carrying has woven this experience into reality itself. It seems like something here was meant to happen, and something that you have with you has made it.
I pull out my stones.
Okay.
My void stone and... Oh wait, no, you've got the keystone.
Yeah, do.
I just turn to Maple. Do you mind if I steal the keystone back?
It's not stealing. But yeah.
Thank you. Is it anything to do with these two, or is it something else that I have on my person?
Roll the camera.
It's your left shoe.
Damn it, Casper, you're not supposed to ruin the great story out.
22.
No, it's neither of those things. In fact, they are completely and utterly devoid of any energy right now.
Okay.
No,
Something else on me.
Check your items.
I don't know what I have. Oh,
Just
wait,
grab
hold
the
on. And is it in the bag of holding?
Very possibly.
I shake out the bag of holding.
No, the bag of holding.
Oh, massive crap
No.
comes pouring
No.
on the ground. Life and kind of perks
I
up.
try and. Oh, am I there?
Wait, hold
I'm
on.
back a bit.
You're-
Before I start shaking and I stop for a second and I'm trying to remember what is in the bag of holding.
Yeah, you
You
can't
have-
actually take anything out unless you think about it.
You
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a symbol of friendship, which would look really bad if you cracked it on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. I would say nothing would fall out of the bag if you have to think about it to get it out.
Actually, yeah, I'm just shaking an empty bag.
Life looks somewhat bemused.
I'm
So
trying to
thank you
think
for
of what
the-
I have on
Do
me.
you not have an item inventory?
Well, I do.
So, as you stand in this one kind of blinking. Yes, you do.
Okay. Is it the Book of the Goddaughter?
As you open up the book, after retrieving it from the bag of holding, an artifact that you've not paid much mind to in the last while, the wind howls and rifles through the pages and immediately stops on an image drawn in charcoal of you and these four standing at the Mages Guild. You feel the energy of the Book of the Goddaughter weave from the pages through your being and into your mind, and just like the book that would describe a current moment, but also give hints as what to do next, so does your vision open up, and you can see images of yourself walking into this tower. You find, again, through their grand scrolls and such in books, but that's not where the book's leading you. In fact, there is, unbeknownst to even most of the mages, a cellar to this building.
Right.
Is the snow leopard in this vision? Or
Yes.
instead of patience, it's
Correct.
the snow
It's
leopard?
the snow leopard.
Yeah.
You were
Absolutely.
Born to be!
you were foretold.
Okay. Do I know where the cellar is?
In fact, there's a small lever underneath one of the tables in the ground floor.
Okay. I'm gonna go to that table.
And Lytham smiles and follows as soon as he sees the intensity in your eyes. What
I'm
the rest of you
gonna
guys
follow.
do? Cool.
I don't trust
The
him.
amulet is still glowing quite brightly in your hand. And again, you hear the howls of what sounds like screams on the wind.
What's
So
his
we
name?
can we all hear the wind?
You can hear the wind, but only Ryko can comprehend it.
I pull out my Seer's Wish.
Yeah.
And what color is it?
Dark black.
What the fuck?
Um,
That's a new one.
Yeah.
I ask Life and I'm like, what?
I'm gonna roll to see if he knows. Yeah, he does. It's the Seer's Wish, Omen of Death.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
we're all gonna die. This flower told me so.
What's his name?
Lytham.
Lythan. I don't trust him. Can I roll like an insight check?
What's your bonus?
Let me try and find it. It's +3.
Okay. He's always been kind of 50-50 on if he works for
More like shifty.
2 experience points.
Yeah!
Oh wait.
Yeah.
We
He's-
still don't have Nicola. Sylvius's.
He's always been really difficult to read, and at this moment he seems more excited than anything else.
I just sort of, lean over to the tiger.
Before you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Keep
going.
an eye on him.
Right. I'll keep an eye on Lytham.
Okay.
I just don't trust him.
Actually, that is a good point. Is he acting suspicious as I move towards the...
Well, he got real excited when you had a wee vision.
What's your insight bonus?
I don't have one.
Okay. And you wanted to know what, sorry? Specifically?
I just wanted to know if he was like just excited, like, oh, what's gonna happen, or
Yeah.
if he's like,
If he's like,
Acting really
He's like heaving breathing in the corner, like.
looking at him, it's hard to tell. His black hair kind of covers his face, but he follows very closely to you.
all right, well in that case,
walking this close.
And he's quite excited.
if that's the case, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on him.
Okay.
I just want to read his surface
Oh,
thoughts.
does
Okay.
anyone have the player's handbook? Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I?
Pass it this way.
I don't want to pry into his mind to the point where he like knows
Sorry,
what's
Zach.
going on, but I want to get as much surface thought out of him as I possibly can.
Cool. The only thing that he's thinking is once again the moons were right.
Once again, the moons were right. I didn't say that out loud. I just.
Right. He goes, what the fuck?
I will go to the lever. I'll flick it.
Cool. So you guys walk into the ground floor of the Mage's Temple, and as you do, the grand doors open. They've not been disturbed in quite some time. As you can tell, dust kind of shakes, small dust clouds But Nicholas, as the dust clouds pass in front of your vision, for a very brief moment you see them arrange themselves in the constellations you were studying before as you were outside staring at the sky with life.
Well,
as you enter, 4 candles either side of the room just light up, and the place is now illuminated with this kind of dark, flickering orange light. The visions have stopped at a point. You feel like the book is at ease, knowing that you've followed its advice.
Okay, I'm going to look at the book and see if I can find out what I need to do next.
Cool. The book just shows a spiral and steps. As you flick the lever,
like a spiral staircase.
yeah,
Okay.
you flick a lever under a table, and for a second nothing happens until Stefan, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Wow. Okay. That's 16.
As a trapdoor opens beneath Stefan, he just catches himself beneath you. Are you staircase?
Oh, sorry about that.
What the hell? I'm just standing back here watching everything happen. I'm actually drawing a map right now. And it's just ruined it.
Can I ask, when the trapdoor opened, did you save yourself by immediately just like doing the splits on either side?
Please say yes.
Sure.
Yes! And now you're arguing with Nicholas while still
Can I
in
please
With
request?
I'm holding a map and a pencil. Awesome. Dude!
Can I please request some fan art for that? Please. Awesome. The staircase itself is inlaid with the same kind of bricks and stones that you found when you entered the mage's hall.
Okay, I'm going to go down.
Cool. It's dark and musty down there, and it takes quite a while to get right down the length of the steps.
I'm going to wear this.
Cool, okay. I actually tried to wear it before, and I realised it's got a really difficult clasp.
Yeah.
So feel free to just rock with that. Alright. As you do, that glows brightly. And Nicholas, you notice it's actually glowing with the same frequency and intensity of starlight. As you guys walk down the steps to the sound of just echoing footfall, you find yourself in a very small room, save for a very small box.
A small box?
Small metal box.
So the room is empty?
Correct.
Or
It's a small square room with a small square box.
in the middle? Or
Yeah,
the,
in the middle.
I'm going to go to the box.
Okay.
And I'm going to have a little inspection. Little investigation.
So you notice that there is no opening to it.
Okay.
It's a quite dark steel box, square. But as you touch it, a small, what's called beam of starlight just traces a small keyhole, and that sunken image just kind of removes itself, and now there's a point for a key.
Do I have a key on me? Do I have the keystone?
You have the keystone. You do not have a key on you.
I'm going to try the keystone and see if it works.
This comes down to an Arcana roll.
Oh.
17.
Okay. You stare down at the stone, the one retrieved from the Dragon Temple beneath Coldridge Mountains all those months ago. Years ago, now.
Was it years?
About a year. Because you had a 6 month
Right, yeah.
thing afterwards. It's not been used in some time, and you feel like its charge of arcane is somewhat diminished because of that. But as you focus and close your eyes, the star constellations are still there. In fact, you feel their presence once again echoed and condensed to a very small point of light right within the key. The keystone lights, not the red energy you've seen before, but the same starlight as in the necklace that Raiko is wearing. And you just hear a small trace of line around the outside of the box as it opens.
I'm watching the hell out of that other guy. I'm like, Snow Leopard is watching.
Snow Leopard is watching
Snow Leopard
him.
is watching.
Lyfin has creeped around the edge of the room, and you can kind of see his face beneath a hood just flickering in candlelight.
I want to see what's in the box.
Cool.
I have my hand on my cleaver.
I want to be on the other side of Lyfin so that we've got everything.
I want to be standing next to Nicholas, looking like kind of like back a little bit so that he's protected in case he gets attacked.
Yeah, let's have a little
I'm holding
battle
back.
plan.
I'm holding back, just kind of observing everything.
Yeah, because I'm
With my wobble.
What a good
I'm
mate.
looking around. I haven't, because I imagine that I'm so focused on what I'm doing at the moment that I haven't noticed things, but I'm noticing everyone else sort of
You're noticing
Getting
the
a bit-
air in the room get a little bit more.
A little bit more.
What's in the
Dun,
box?
dun, dun. What's in the box?
Some black cloth.
I pick it up.
And your hand falls off.
Oh, yo, there's
Oh my
actual
gosh.
cloth.
Wait!
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a bed sheet!
Holy shit!
Is this what I think it is?
Is that a cloak right now?
Is it a cloak?
It's a cloak. And the box snaps shut, and the keyhole and the lid disappear.
I'm inspecting the shit out of this.
Roll Arcana.
Put it on.
Life.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to put it on, but so that's an 18.
Okay, it's woven from the very fabric of the arcane. It's made of arcane energy, essentially. Lyfin is writing all this down, you
It's
guys
just
notice.
like made the
He's writing
material
it
itself,
gently.
like.
I'm looking over his shoulder to
Yeah.
read what he's writing down.
Cool.
There's no sleeves, it's a cloak, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Go around your neck.
Yeah.
Cool. It's a series of it's a series of trackings of the phases of the moon, constellations, and a runic language you can't read.
Runic language, did you say?
Yeah.
Is it dwarvish?
I'm gonna
Is
cast
it
comprehend
Gobblish?
languages.
It's
No.
neither dwarvish.
Or is it Elvish?
It's neither dwarvish.
It's a form of Elvish.
Can I read it?
You can,
Why
because
can't
you've
I?
grown up in Noir law. It's the
Ah.
Elvish language of Noir law.
Oh,
I
it's a
cast
dialect.
Comprehend languages.
Is that a ritual cast?
No.
No. Okay, cool.
They have a word for when a language is like slightly differentiated based on a geographical area.
Yeah.
Dialect.
Shut the fuck up, people.
No, that's good. That helps me. That's good. Alright.
What does it say?
Slightly condescending. But
I don't think it was slight at all.
I think he might feel
Me?
slighted.
Me be sincere?
Yeah, no, crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
it just says 3 more phases. The savior of Elisia returns.
The savior isn't one?
Mhm.
Me.
Maybe it's.
Both of us like
It's me. I'm from the back. It's me!
I know I'm a little bit too focused on the cloak, though. Is it what I think it is? Can I, like, is it a display? Is it a cloak of displacement?
What was your arcana roll?
It was an 18.
18. No, it's not.
I was.
Okay.
Patience is a little bit nervous also after reading.
Yeah.
What
Is it a
was
cloak
said.
of invisibility?
I can't just
Can
tell
you see him? Can you see him? I just really want to
I
make
just
Harry
like a
Potter
floating-
Oh
reference.
damn it! I was just about to make a Harry
I was about to be
Potter
like, I read about those.
reference. Cool.
That was it.
Lyfin closes his small book. In fact, same book that Agron was carrying, the same make of
Okay.
journal.
Not the exact same.
No.
Does everyone in the city have like a journal?
They're just a very expressive people. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, is everyone like colored
We can get one of
journaling?
these.
Behind that.
It's like a
Everyone writes
Lyfin
poetry.
mentions there's a travelling merchant that sells them.
Okay.
Is he a gnome?
No. In fact, the first page of Agron's journal describes where he got it from.
I'd love to be able to read it someday.
We don't have the journal anymore, right?
We do.
You don't know, you gave it to Agron.
It's just
I
It
thought
needs
that.
to be encrypted and then decoded.
Yeah.
It needs to be
and then-
decoded, the whole thing.
And then you need to draw a map to where to find the letters. And then you need to.
Lyfin-
And once you have all of the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah. As Skyrim belongs to the Nords. Anyway, you notice that Lyfin is leaving. He's seemingly happy with what's transpired, and he's going back upstairs.
Where are you going, Lyfin?
Excuse me.
Hmm.
What is this?
I didn't even know this room was down here. As for the question, I think now that you've heard it too, I must continue to listen. The wind is trying to tell us something.
What's the do you know what the cloak is though?
I've not seen its make before. I would boastfully suggest Elvish for the fine craftsmanship, but it's not quite right for our construction.
No,
Did you
this
say
is-
it's woven from Arcana?
Yes, I did. This
I
is...
know a particularly good weaver who's made of Arcana. We could ask her.
We could ask her.
Shall we do it together?
Yeah.
We take your hands.
Yeah.
And we
Okay.
drop and pray.
So, one of you roll Arcana with advantage.
Also, Lyfin, can you wait up for a bit? Because.
Can I roll to pray?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But without advantage.
Yeah. Because
Well, it's been like 2
praying
sessions.
too.
You know, this is the first time you've been doing.
I know, it's because I don't want to get shit from you.
So what do you mean? You get shit regardless of whether you're praying or not.
Yeah.
I can't. 20 mod 5.
Cool. As you put yourself into this vulnerable state of awareness and receptivity, you sense that the arcane that was once in this room is gone. Your cloak is buzzing with it.
I got a 13 for me.
And in fact, it's hard to reach out quite so far this underground, especially in a protected city of the arcane. Maple, you find it. You think you'd find it a bit easier, but instead you find the celestial gardens very far out of your reach. Instead, this white vision appears before you of a small crying child wrapped in a white cloak.
Because like as an acolyte, I would know that Estus takes different forms of like age, but I wouldn't, because like she's not known to take a child form. Do I know if it's her?
Can you roll insight?
Yeah. Do you?
No, not for this. It's only for if you're trying to tell us someone's life.
It's a 6.
Okay. I would say you do know it's not Estus.
Cool.
But the weird thing about this vision is the fact that you feel very strongly you're not the only one having this vision. Not your party members, but it feels like a shared thing.
Ooh. Is there anything noticeable about the child?
Maybe 7, 8 months, wrapped in a white cloak.
So it's a baby.
Mhm.
So it's a baby.
Why?
White. Don't do that.
Caucasian male. Small.
That's an infant.
Lyfin has to leave, he says. He says something, he has to go back and listen.
Can you... you were going to offer us a dimension door, I believe my compatriot said. Can you do that before you go?
If it's quick, and right in front of the box, a dimensional rips.
Okay, let's go.
Rips.
But these guys are like, can we pick them up whilst praying?
I'm assuming it was quick, the vision.
No, I thought
Let's go.
I said, where were we going to go?
He says, originally I intended to send you to Dulciverne. I feel like your work is needed there, but as of this evening, I'm not sending you there.
Where are you sending us to?
Small place known as Menenius Farmlands.
Cool.
Sure.
Let's go farming. Maybe we'll find some sheep.
That's disturbing from a
Anyway, I'm going to.
Cool. Right with the bard, you step forward, feeling a sense of protection from the new necklace that you now wear. Your form vanishes through the dimension door. At this point, Lyfin cancels the spell of the dimension door.
What?
It disappears. He reaches into his cloak
That's pretty funny.
and pulls out a small vial and skulls it.
Okay, I cast invisibility, and I'm going to tackle the shit out of him.
Okay,
Wait,
sure.
what's going on?
Oh, wait, no.
I went through a dimension door and then he cancelled it, so I've gone through.
So we've
All
just
of you
lost
are there.
Ryko!
Yeah.
What have
Why?
you done?
So you're tackling him?
I am going to tackle him, yeah.
Alright, strength versus my
I like to think I'm like working my map, I look up and like, where the fuck is Ryko?
I'm standing in between the stairs and him.
13.
DC 12. You
Okay.
knock him to the ground, and as you just dive tackle him, he drops the empty vial and poof, pounds into the wall. He immediately poof, blasts you back to the other wall.
Wait, did he tackle him like to the ground? Like, is
Yeah,
he held?
I tried to tackle him, like,
It's a
to
small
restrain
room,
him.
so you're gonna hit the wall and poof.
I tell people to run and tackle
Okay.
him.
Yeah, sure.
Him, right?
Yeah.
I face down.
Life and screams, my friends!
I've got my hands up, they're glowing white.
Yeah.
I say, you've got 2 seconds to explain what the fuck's going on.
I go, Phoebe,
Yeah,
hold
I'm
it.
starting to prepare Eldritch Blast as well.
I'm ready with like sacred.
And I'm drawing my bow, obviously, because I just want
Yeah.
to look badass.
Where is our friend?
Menenius Farmlands.
Yeah, well, why aren't we there?
I needed to restore my mana with a mana potion before I could cast it again.
So you only can do like one at a time?
That's how it works.
Alright.
I'd say possible. Yeah.
Sorry, we're very protective. He died once, and we like really like him, so.
He would, like, you've
Yeah,
seen
no,
his
it's okay.
suit. It's hilarious.
Can
I go
do
through it.
an insight check to
Yeah.
see if he's made the portal to the same fucking place.
What's your bonus?
+3.
Oh, that would be
Cool.
awkward.
He's definitely telling us the truth.
Okay.
You guys kind of jumped to conclusions.
Our friend goes missing. We like.
You were
right
supposed
about-
to. It's alright.
Yeah, I
he
go
kind
through
of actually kind of nods at you. He's
It's like Jumanji, we see him like 30 years later.
He's trained in the ways of combat. He was amazed that you were able to best him and take him down. So he kind of nods to you. Anyway, he continues to drink and Dimension Door and drink and Dimension Door. Raiko is the first to step through. You kind of hit soft ground as you find, grass beneath your feet once more. The sky is pitch black with many stars blinking down to 2 moons full with a haloed rainbow ring around them. Shines down upon quite a grand sight of vineyards, long stretching vineyards, fields of gold wheat, and large metal machines, rusty in some parts but still operational, black steels and copper. As you kind of glance around the rolling hills that adorn the place, you see small houses built from dark oak, and there's sacks of grain outside some of them, a few chickens around. You hear the bleating of what sounds like lambs and such. As you kind of turn to that, you can see, fields of cows and that kind of stuff. To the outside, like the outskirts, you can see the edge of Bluukmaar Devvan, the Jungle of Stars. Although some of the more foresty area around the jungle, that kind of is the trim to Menenius farmlands. As you kind of stand and look around, you have a few moments of peace by yourself underneath this like infinite sky. As
Rocco's like, oh, finally.
As he's getting tackled, like in the other room, Lythan's getting tackled. You have 30 seconds or so to just kind of reflect and look around.
Where's everyone?
Far off towards the east, you do see a lone airship cruising through the sky. The decks of which the windows and the decks are kind of illuminated, and you can see shadows like walking.
Does it look familiar?
Roll inside. The air itself is cold and still. The howling of the wind is not frequent here, but you can still, even with the little gusts, hear notes of the universal song.
12.
It's Glommen's construction. It's certainly the same style of airship that he took you with to Caldea's ice layer.
Maybe he's selling them.
I'm going to
A lot of
call
money in
Glommen.
airships.
All right.
Just
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. 1 second. It's somewhere around. I put it. And you just hear like rustlings of papers and clinkings of glasses and vials. No, I'm sorry. It must be. I put it. Hang on. A fidget spinner. What the hell? Somewhere around.
You made a fidget spinner?
Yeah.
Well,
Glommen's been
the inventor
constructing
of fidget
these.
spinner.
Very popular. Eventually, you hear the rustling of stone. Hello.
Yes,
Hi.
this is Raiko.
Wonderful.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
It's like an old man using Facebook chat, like your uncle or something. Is this working? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Is it fine?
I can.
The kind of guy that would post 12 pictures of the same picture of himself doing this face.
Sir.
Hello, yes, no.
Hello.
Wonderful, my friend. It's been a while.
Yes.
How are you doing? Good.
I am good.
Yeah.
So I am seeing an airship in the sky. I am currently somewhere near the Vinicius farmlands.
Menenius.
Melanie.
My friend. Such a nice place. I highly recommend you try their wine. World class.
Right. Are you on that airship, or is that one that you sold?
Business, my friend, has been booming.
Okay.
I have sold many airships to many lords and ladies. I've been working on some
Wow.
wonderful things. Classified, can't reveal any information about that, but business is very fine indeed. I find myself with more coin and platinum than I could spend in 10 lifetimes, even for now.
Wow.
And it's all
Glad
thanks to
hear
you.
That you're doing so well.
What the fuck is going on over there? My friend, it's been so wonderful. My inventions and tinkerings, the things that I hammered together in my basements, I never thought they'd take off like this. Quite literally, if you get the pun.
Oh, wow. Very good. Where are you currently?
Currently back in Ukas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've got business there. Gold Shields ordered 5 airships, and I've only got the men for 3. I've been working tirelessly, but the platinum flows. And my friend, I was living the high life and put on 30 stone.
Jesus, isn't he a gnome?
Yes.
How fucking
fancy.
He just rolls.
I was about to
He
say.
just rolls.
Luckily, I have some other arcane things which hide the fact you have put on quite a lot of fact. My friends, there's I can help you with. And as you're having this conversation, one by one, the rest of your party members step through a dimension door. You guys all find yourselves in the calm of Mininia's farmland.
Do I recognise what the machines do?
Yeah, oh, no, you wouldn't. You never...
Glommen,
Yes, my friend.
can you see what's going on?
You can activate it. You haven't
I'll
activated
activate
it.
it.
Oh, look!
Yes.
You're still wearing the suit.
Yes.
Very bold choice,
And then a
my
snow
friend.
panther.
And I'm like, okay, guys, can now someone explain to me why we have a snow panther?
And I start taking it off.
Oh, why do you guys just say that? Bloody hell. It's just,
We couldn't.
why not? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Do you know
that's
what these
cool.
machines do?
Point the stone at him.
Point this.
Yes. Yes, no. Harvesters, mostly. Tilling
Are we
lands.
just in rural New Zealand?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Essentially.
We take the Wellington Way.
We're just actually outside of Invercargill right now.
Yeah, you went from the Wellington Wind to...
Invercargill.
Oh, this new place is just New Zealand.
Yeah.
My friend, my friend.
It's before
Okay.
I must admit, it's late, and I've had far too much wine.
Right. Yeah, just wanted to check if you were in the area.
Patience is just normal.
Is there anything else that anyone wants to ask Glommen quickly?
I don't think there's anything that I need to ask.
Hit us up next time you're over here.
I am in Singera in a few days for the birthday of the princess. She's
Alright.
requested quite a few contraptions. Hey, the pay is good, but her standard is high. Some of
Do you
these
know-
things I had to invent from scratch.
Do you know how far that is from where we are?
Oh yes, my friend. Travel southeast for a day, maybe two. Quicker on horseback, of course. Much quicker on an airship. I don't know if you guys have the coin, but more than willing to give you mates rates, as they say.
Yeah, we helped out with the maiden voyage.
It's true, I can certainly help out.
Yeah, aren't you our friend? Aren't you, you know?
Like I say, my friend, far too much wine.
Alright, we'll let you go.
Thank you, I can put my
look
glasses
up
back
at-
in.
I look up at the other airship that's sort of flying up ahead.
Yeah.
And with prestidigitation, can I send up a bit of a flare?
Yeah.
Why
Sure. So a small
Because
fire.
I'm thinking we could get this airship and travel to the sea.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Maybe hire a ride.
Okay.
I
For another day.
want to investigate the farmlands.
Cool. So investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cast guidance on myself as well, because I want to find some sheep.
I will go with Maple.
Cool.
You know, if you want to find sheep, I do have a wolf that's pretty good at finding.
No.
Well, can you help?
That's a different story.
I can't. Like, if we find multiple sheep, would you be against my wolf, like, eating one?
Well, it's a wolf, so like I'm not gonna.
You wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
I would not
I'm
feel very comfortable.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel very comfortable. given
I just
that.
don't like to stop.
It's
the
a
natural-
wolf!
So
I don't
I've
like
got
to stop the
23
natural
on
world.
my
It's,
card.
it can't be a vegan
So,
wolf,
so
alright?
are you helping me, Raiko?
Yeah.
Can I get advantage on the roll? Then if Raiko's helping me.
It's mainly the farmers around here just casually taking one of their flock. It's a bit awkward.
Well,
Oh, if you pay for it.
What if it's wild? Is that okay?
They're in pens. They're all in pens.
Well, what if we make them wild and then I kill them?
If
Um,
you pay for one, I'm fine.
You guys actually notice that around you there's no people.
Odd.
Is there- is there
Although it
any-
is like
Well, the only time always around the sheep, otherwise it would be weird.
Yeah.
Nicholas, you can tell from the sky, dawn is a couple of hours away.
I hold up my flower again. See his wish.
It's what?
Oh, cool. It won't rain anytime soon.
When's the last time we rested?
Good point. You probably are nearing exhaustion.
I say we should probably make
up?
camp.
Yeah.
How about in the tree line over there?
Yeah, I want to be near the sheep.
Alright, yeah, I work with the flare then.
What are you a sheep all of a
I
sudden?
really want a sheep.
she wants a sheep.
I mean,
I want a pet.
So, sorry, you're going to the
Just like a
forest.
tree line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
just like not in the middle of farmland. Just, I don't know, having a camp there would be like,
Yeah.
oh look, there's people on my farm. I'll kill them now.
Okay.
We can deal with a farmer. Someone has coin somewhere.
No, don't!
What?
You hear that called out from one of the houses
Oh, I
as you
run to
walk
it.
towards the forests.
the sheep are attacking. we
I
must save them.
I call out and I say, "Who's there?"
Byron, don't go in the forest. And you hear two window shutters shut and lock.
Byron.
Nothing.
Oh wait, they're locked. Is the door locked?
Yeah.
Okay. I use thaumaturgy and I yell a little bit louder
Okay.
and I say,
We're just travelers. We have a lot of strength and also a lot of coin. If you want to help us out.
You hear from the door, and a man peers out. Great beard, like all the way down to here, kind of thing. Black, quite thick. Straw hat, kind of thing. Peers out.
I say, can I approach?
Yes, you may.
Cool. I approach.
Don't go in there.
Travelers, welcome. Sorry, the farm is shut until tomorrow. We're
That's
not selling currently.
Oh, I will change that. Just wondering.
Yes.
Why can't we go in the forest?
Who said you can't go in the forest?
You did.
No, it was some a female voice, wasn't it? That yelled.
It's not the same voice.
Yeah, it's different voice.
Oh, I said we heard a voice.
Saying that we
I'm
can go first.
terribly sorry, that's my son. He's quite the joker.
So
What was the
Do we
joke?
see a
Forest.
forest?
What was this? Yeah, what was the joke?
Oh, he's often shouting things. You pay no mind to what he says.
So the joke is Rich shouting random things. I think your son has a problem.
I'll talk to him about it. Thank you, I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, hang on,
I
hang on,
want to
hang on,
roll
hang on.
inside. I want to roll inside.
No bonus, right?
No.
It's cold. I'm doing the Sam Riegel rolls. You have no idea. You've never met this guy before. It's hard. He kind of seems like you're on his property.
I'd like to roll inside.
Fuck. No. I'm only allowing one roll.
I can cast Zone of Truth if we want. I assume a farmer does not have the highest wisdom.
Well, it's true. You know.
Yeah, what's the need for wisdom when you're a farmer?
Okay, if you're stat.
We do
Is he-
apologise
is
for
he
any
just
farmers that
Yeah,
are watching.
exactly.
Is it just a
Excuse me.
Oh.
I'm just going to before he like shuts the door.
Yeah.
Just going to just lean in and say, is there anything in the forest that we need to be aware of? Because we just need somewhere to camp on for the night.
Somewhere
Oh!
to stay for.
And he opens the door fully. Please, friends, come, join me. We have wine and
It's
such.
weird
Oh,
how
okay.
many times we're friends to people.
Yeah.
Everyone calls us
They're
friends.
very
I mean,
friendly
like, we're
people.
two tigers.
We're kind of
It's
dicks.
it's Singera.
Singera.
That's the place. Oh, like
Oh, it's the
Singera
love
is a
name.
friendly place.
Oh, so
I
like
see
we
it.
say mate all the time. They say friend.
Okay, I rock on in.
Go.
I've also got him.
The house is quiet. Obviously, it's near dawn.
Yeah.
The fact that this guy's up at all is ridiculous, but he's a farmer, so he's waiting for the sunrise kind of thing. Inside, it's very, very humble. Just small wooden tables and chairs and such. A few pictures adorn the walls, and a few scribblings, that kind of stuff. The hearth is just low embers. Looked like he had the fire going throughout the night. It's kind of died down.
I say, so where's your son?
Byron? Yes! And small human, about 14, pops out. Same jet black hair as his father, but a bit unkempt.
Does he sound like the person who said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi,
No.
sorry, I'm sorting out the chickens.
Alright.
What's in the forest? What are you afraid of?
I'm gonna go distract the father and
Okay.
say, hey, can I have a conversation with you, Ruben?
Of course, my friend. Tiger
I
suit.
go help Reiko as well, just to make
Okay.
sure of it.
I
So-
stay with Nikolai
so-
to question the child.
He goes to make Stefan and Raika goes to make you guys cups of tea.
Oh, thank you.
What a guy.
Is there coffee in this one?
No, there's fire whiskey, which is kind of
Do you have any fire whiskey?
a bit early for it, don't you think?
Never too early.
He says, "Don't tell the wife." And he reaches up, and behind a whole stack of like wheat and stuff,
Oh,
he
wow.
pulls out a small flask of fire whiskey and throws it to you.
A flask. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry, didn't catch your name. It's an interesting name. How do you spell that?
H-H-H-H-H-S-T. So on.
My friend.
It's Elvish.
My friend, I see you must be a traveller. I don't recognise your sigils or anything.
Am I weird?
No, he's saying you're not wearing. So you
Oh.
don't.
Yeah, we're from a faraway land. We're just travellers.
Ah, you must be here for the celebrations. I wish
yes.
to pick up some wines.
No, yeah. Do you have any wine?
You've really not been here before. Menenius Farmlands is the greatest producer of wines.
Oh.
Our vineyards are second to none. We supply it to the entire world.
Oh, actually,
Wow.
turns out we're in Martinborough.
It's actually more.
That was really good. 10 points.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For those that don't know that, it makes a lot of wine in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the child.
So yeah, what's on?
Byron.
What's on?
I assume that I'm the same height as Byron.
Yeah, 14-year-old.
I was gonna say I sit down, but I'm the same height, so I
Yeah.
don't. I say, Byron,
Yes.
we heard you shouting.
And he peers to see if his dad's listening.
It's alright, we've distracted him. What was going on?
And I'm also going to use prestidigitation just to sort of muffle the sound a little bit if I can, so that no one can.
They don't like to talk about it. We found another one this morning.
Another
what?
The sheep. Something's killing the sheep.
Oh, don't say that to her.
Maple's just like tearing up immediately. She's like, something's killing shit.
She's going on a vengeance spree now.
They say it's wolves and that we mustn't worry. It's a normal thing to happen on a farm.
I look at him and I say, pay no mind to the wolves we have with us.
So, like, before we even went in the house, I was going to mention it, but now it's still quite relevant. What are the moons, what phase are the moons in at the moment? Because shouldn't I be keeping an eye on that, Ollie?
Yeah.
Ollie?
What's the moon like?
I don't know.
Didn't you
They're
say
both
they were
full.
both full?
They're
before?
both full, yeah.
It's not
So,
good.
I'm not going in the house. I'm like, before they went in the house, I would have gone, I'm going to camp out here.
Oh my god.
Sick.
In fact, you made your way into the forest. The edge of
Yeah.
the forest.
Oh.
I cast guidance on you before you leave.
Thanks.
And I
No
say,
questions?
Maple doesn't ask
Yeah.
questions. Maple's dating a god. She knows now that everyone's life is a bit fucked.
Yeah. I need to communicate something with you secretly.
I'll give you some paper.
There you go.
Wow.
I say, they say it's wolves. What else could it be?
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Stefan's inability to get a chip from me.
Stefan's eating chips?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
The guy brought out 5 or 3 chips. There you go.
I think Dave was eating chips.
Huh?
I think Dave was eating chips.
Yeah.
He calls me Stefan, even when we're
Stefan's
not playing the
like
game. Like, I'm around here, he calls me Stefan.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, we just
Farm
take
was
a...
last seen like petting his wolf.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I hate that so much.
I know you do, that's what I do.
Yeah. So,
And
I don't know. Oh, yeah. It's skunky. I honestly don't know.
What is it? I know how to treat wounds and such, so they're dying. They're dead.
Dead.
What do the wounds look like? Or are they just...
It's hard to tell. There's very little left of them.
So they look like they've been ripped apart.
Dad says it's wolves. But I've never seen wolves do that.
I say, well, we're a rowdy bunch of rambunctious adventurers. I'm sure we can find out what's going on and stop it.
It's... once the sun comes up, it's safe.
So it's 100% werewolves. Wait, do I know what a werewolf is?
We've been told. Do you
you've
remember
met
Major's Guild?
Black Cat.
Black Cat.
Oh yeah, Black
Yeah.
Cat's werewolf.
The girl
I say, so it's werewolves then.
I'm gonna see if he knows.
Wait, I asked when it started.
Okay.
Exactly 1 month ago.
Exactly 6 months ago when we last saw him.
And it's happened 6 times.
No, it's been going on for about 2-3 years. He goes on to explain that pretty much the farm itself is sort of turning a blind eye. These creatures show up dead, and they accept that. You know, it's part of running livestock near a forest.
What? When does it when? Is it just like random when it happens, or is it just constant?
Every couple of weeks.
Like every 4 weeks?
He goes to think. About 4. That seems about right.
I say, alright, thank you for letting us know. I think we're going to see if we can solve the problem.
That would be great. We're losing a bit of coin on this.
Oh, I can help you out with that.
Oh, and please try the wines. I actually help sometimes making that.
Not
It's
drinking
hard work.
Too much, I hope.
Oh, don't tell Dad. 1 or 2 cups.
They'll try the wines. I so want a sheep. I say, are any of your sheep sickly at the moment, or hurt?
We take very good care of our animals.
I know, but like just.
But, like,
I say,
that, like, one of them's not like a tiny bit sick. Like, maybe it's
Are you-
stuff
Maybe it's got a cold.
About to give birth.
Yeah, are there any about to give birth?
Jesus.
Well, I mean, not
She's
honestly,
not an
as a
honest
sheep farmer, the likelihood of you breeding sheep is higher than you just having sheep for meat.
Yeah.
So they'd most likely have breeding sheep.
Yeah,
and
they
pregnant
most
sheep.
probably have pregnancy sheep.
Well, I rolled for it later.
Oh wow, okay, so it's a complete mutton farm.
Somehow, yeah.
They're actually not using it for food, they're using it for wool.
It also can be a seasonal thing as well.
I say, so there's never been a sheep born that was lame or none of.
You're a lead.
It's an actual term.
I know, I just couldn't resist.
If you're a wool farmer, then you're looking for someone that doesn't produce good wool.
So it's
Yeah.
the mystical voice from.
Thank you for being my sheep inside. I
So,
love it.
essentially,
Essentially,
they have shepherds.
Your
that travel-
is this?
They have shepherds that travel through Singera. They are the ones that are in charge of breeding the sheep. They simply buy them off the shepherd.
Cool. I go to the bag of holding
Yeah.
and I pull out the emerald that Raiko gave me.
it's a ruby.
Is it a ruby?
I think it's a ruby.
I pull it out
I think I've got the emerald.
and I say, I'm very interested in buying a sheep.
You'll have to speak to my father. Is that real?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's a ruby.
I see this before. I'm very interested in buying a sheep.
Well,
I knit.
I'm serious about knitting.
I need to bring the wool with me.
speak to my father in the morning. He's in charge of all that kind of stuff. Glances at the ruby again. Ruby? You know?
Ruby.
Ruby.
Big old rock.
I'm still talking to the father, right?
Yeah.
So my wolf loves sheep.
Oh my
I
god!
mean, a couple of months ago, I
It's
took him
fine,
out
my friend. I can see he's tamed. It's fine.
for sheep.
Whatever.
Please get but I'm asking you, do you have? Can I buy a sheep that I can feed?
Don't you dare!
We need our sheep, my friend.
Well, maybe one that's young or one that's
Lame.
not any value to you right now. I mean, we can offer it, you know.
If you wish to speak to Mika the shepherd, he'll be able to.
Mika the shepherd.
Mika the shepherd.
Can I go over there?
You can't hear any of this.
Please?
You can't hear any of this.
Raiko, you hear.
Don't metagame.
Raiko, you hear the howling of the wind
Okay.
loudly, and strings of danger as well.
My danger senses.
The farmer doesn't pay too much mind to it. In fact, he's ready to start opening up stock and doing farm.
Is he moving around?
He's about to leave the house, but he's not going to leave you guys
Is
there.
there a particular direction that it's coming from?
Okay, so the wind, kind of. I mean, the wind is blowing from the east. It carries the song with it wherever it goes.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick heads up there. I think there's something dangerous approaching. I'm not sure. I hear things in the wind now.
My friend, please enjoy the whiskey.
I will indeed.
Consider a gift from Ananias. Simply support us next time you're in a tavern by one of
Oh,
us.
so where's the shepherd?
Mika is currently traveling.
I
so-
go over to the.
So how can I find him?
He goes through all the major cities selling his wares as well as his
Is
creatures.
there an easier way to contact him? Is there like a messenger I can send out? Does he have a speaker?
He's traveling
Stone
north.
or anything?
He's traveling
I
north. He's
think-
going to do a sweep of the kingdom.
We might have something a little bit more important to deal with at the moment.
You're right, and I go up to the farmer
Yeah.
and I'm like, don't roll your eyes. And I say, surely, do you have any rams on
For fuck's sake.
Sunday?
You're just going to keep doing this till I give you a sheep or a ram, aren't you?
No, make her earn it. You made me do my wolves.
I'm like literally
Hey,
trying.
you do it now or she steals a ladder. That's pretty much your two options.
Yeah.
My friend, you're more than welcome to meet the sheep. They are a bit skittish.
I kind of like show my ruby, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm very interested in purchasing.
He leaves and comes back with a small eyeglass. May I?
Sure.
Takes it. I closed the wrong eye.
He's not very good at this.
It's actually been.
He's a farmer. He's not like a duelist.
Sorry.
He has
There's a-
magical eyelids.
He has to see it with his magic eye.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure we can work something out.
I reckon that's kind of good too, though, don't you think?
You're pushing.
Oh.
I say I'm only interested in the one,
He
and
throws
also securing the denial of any purchases by the rest of my party.
Oh, you're
Consider
really pushing it.
Persuasion.
Exclusive.
Definitely just more interested in the sheep though. If
Yeah.
he's like, nah, I'm
No,
not
I just think it's
gonna
fine.
You pretty
It
much
is-
just pulled a dick move on that one.
I'm shook.
Were you
It's like I don't
basically
want
just
animals to
like-
die.
Were you just like, I want to buy a sheep, but I don't want my party to buy anything else?
No, I just don't want him to buy one to die.
Okay.
I did. Lambs for the slaughter. It's an 11.
DC 8. Consider it done. He looks confused. And at this point, the dawn breaks and beams through the glass window, scattering shadows and golden light on the floor of the wooden floor of the kitchen where you guys currently stand. He kind of stands and shakes a little bit. He goes to put on some coats and well, not coats, like suspenders and stuff. And yeah, my friends, please, hey, if you wish to help around the farm, we can always use more hands. And please enjoy the fruits of Menenius. Our wines are particularly good. Sure, with that kind of cash, you're more than welcome to purchase from there.
Where's Patience?
Well, yeah, I was about to say, I just casually
Patience,
come back from the
as you-
forest.
Yeah, as you enter the forest, it's not. Oh no, wait, you weren't there. Damn, fuck. Sorry. The forest itself it is quite dark and condensed.
A few hours ago.
Yeah. The note that I gave you.
Yeah.
Guys, Leonard 55 just donated $20. So
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Leonard. Legend. That's like 2 donations in 2 weeks. Leonard, you're the best. We love you. Thank you so much. That was so kind. Yeah, you find the thing that I wrote on the note is the most important thing that you feel whilst in the forest. We are now just going to take a 5-10 minute break because I need to refresh my best DM ever cup.
What?
Julia made me this.
Fucking give it in.
No, on the bottom.
Wait,
For
I
Oliver's
actually
use only.
Ooh.
I locked down all contingencies on that shit.
Yeah. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, babe. Alright, guys, we'll be back in like 10 minutes, 5 minutes while I pour more coffee, and we'll return to the exploration of Menenius farmlands in Singera, in Elisia, and the universe without a name. And we'll be back, so go and refresh your drinks, grab some snacks, and then come join us again for more Eyes of Elisia.
Bye-bye.
Am I eating the sheep?
friends, the Eyes of Elisia. As last we left the party, they had travelled through Bluukmaar Devvan, Jungle of Stars, and through the magic of Lifen found themselves in Menanius Farmland, a beautiful vineyard/farm full of wonderful things like creatures and wines that are being created.
This voice is freaking me out a little bit. Like
I can
And-
only do
And
it.
also say hi to your new subscriber, Dion.
Dion, welcome along to the D20 multiverse.
Hey, okay, guys. At least his voice is not cracking this time.
Yeah, because they're okay.
Also, hi to Dion.
Dion, you're
Yeah,
Dion?
yeah.
Hi,
He's my
Dion.
boyfriend.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Thanks for
Is this a
subscribing.
different guy from last time?
I hope it's the same one.
Okay.
Again, he's my boyfriend. Some guy called Dear's like, yo! Oh god, we literally made this joke last
He's
week.
just pouring at his computer screen. I did it. Anyway, thanks, Dion, for coming along and
hopefully
subscribing. Really
it's
helps us out. And
Okay, that guy.
thank you for. Thank
By
you for
choice, too.
joining.
Actually.
Come on, let's get back to the fiction. I'm dying to get back into D&D. Alright, so, the party finds themselves in Menanius farmlands at dawnbreak. The human father of Byron has given you some fire whiskey, which is kind of like whiskey with coffee in it, and has now gone outside, kind of wearily looking at you guys, but he feels like he can trust you, even though one of you is in a tiger suit.
Two of them.
No, I'm
Sleep
in
like
the
it all.
forest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, in
yeah,
fact, in the
God.
forest,
Well, last night I was in the
you have a very restless sleep, nearly a point of exhaustion, as you turn these horrible dreams and... Sorry, I got to turn this music down. These horrible...
These horrible
Horrible dreams.
Okay. No, that just freaked me out because I could hear my own voice. Yeah, so your night was very, very restless underneath the stars blinking through the few gaps in the leaves and branches of the trees. You get maybe half an hour's sleep to an hour's sleep for storytelling purpose, but you still gain the effects of a long rest. As you fight with these intrusions in your mind and this horrible sickness that takes you quite quickly, thick sweat, and shaking and shivering, you enter a fevered state, which is hard to track, and in fact you have quite a vivid, almost dream hallucination of Doom Vakivi hunting you and setting your scent to their beast to track and murder you. The other things that flash through your mind is the sounds and visions of sheep being dragged bloodily into the forest by black clawed creatures who take it there to feast. And you can kind of hear the chewing sound of internal organs as blood spurts down the chin of this creature. Yeah, exactly. And that vision is when you are awoken by the piercing light of dawn as you blink awake in the edges of the forest. The farm itself, as you guys see, within about half an hour of the sun coming up, is now in full swing. The machines are driven across the land, tilling. The farmers are using hoes to kind of split and put... I knew you were going to do that when I said that. Seeds and such. The very large, almost, I dare say, tractor-like, but purely mechanical devices are kind of running through the fields of wheat and cutting through and collecting the grains. Byron is with you guys as well. He's going to stand at your side, not too sure of what his tasks are this day as his dad goes about.
I say, Byron,
Yeah?
can you show me the sheep? Please.
He goes bright red. I don't think I... okay, come on guys. And he leads you across the other side of the farm. In fact, as he gets closer, you can see someone tending the sheep. A small tomboyish girl called... a small tomboyish girl who is currently brushing the sheep and organising them and kind of grabbing their faces and talking to them a little bit as well and petting them.
Hi.
She kind of turns, and as she does, her like bright golden hair swishes and like lands over his shoulder, and once again Byron goes bright red.
Can I roll inside to see if
Sure.
I know what's going on?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't think you need to roll.
Yeah. What's a 7?
Or can I roll to know what's going on?
Everyone roll insight.
Did everyone come with?
I'm assuming, did we?
Yeah.
I probably emerged from the tree line, yeah.
And met.
I'm actually going to be looking around for
I
patients.
can't wait to give some love advice here.
Oh my
17.
Right.
Oh no.
You immediately recognise that Byron is crushing on this girl hard. Byron kind of goes to wave and then realises that she can't see him and then kind of just kind of just like tries to be smooth. He kind of looks down. You can immediately see him regretting the choice of the clothes that he's worn this day. He kind of looks down and kind of tries to like flatten out the creases in his shirt, and he does his hair, which just makes it more messy. And then he kind of calls out, "Ah! Ari!" And she kind of turns and beams this bright smile. She's about 17, 18. She beams this bright smile at him, and again, bright red cheeks. He just kind of, sorry, it's stupid. There's some people, you probably don't care, but they wanted to see some of your sheep. I thought, maybe, no, it's stupid.
Hey, so Brian's told us a lot about you.
Byron.
Byron.
Not
Byron.
Byron.
Sorry.
Life of Byron.
You know my word.
I do.
Byron.
Yeah.
So Byron has told us a lot about you.
She kind of like runs her fingers through her hair. All good, I hope.
Yeah, of course. We're here to see the sheep.
Well,
I'm very interested in purchasing one of them.
and you see like a sadness flash across her face. Sure, if you have the coin.
I say I don't want to take any away from you, but
She kind of perks back up.
I don't want to like, I can see that you're very attached to these sheep, but I believe that I can do some good if I have a companion by my side.
Well, the sheep themselves are my family. I looked after them for years. It's what I do here on the farm. And Byron goes, she's very good at it. And blushes and looks away again. These animals mean a great deal to me. Still like streaming through, yeah.
Here's a question. What will happen to the sheep? What do you breed the sheep for?
Wool mostly.
Just wool?
Yeah, we don't sell too much other than wines far and wide, but certainly in the neighbouring kingdoms. Winter wear, that kind of thing.
Are there any that don't produce wool very well, or are there any that are...
Could say black sheep.
Unfortunately, no. We take good care of our animals. In fact, Mika should be returning sometime soon. Hopefully with a new smattering of offerings, creatures and such.
How many rams do you have?
None.
None?
So how do you get new shit? Just
Yeah.
buy?
Mika, through Mika.
Oh, so Mika like sells them the sheep.
So basically, Ari goes on to explain, Mika is the backbone of the wool enterprise. Essentially, he spends most of his time in transit picking up creatures and animals that he can sell, and the rest of his time in transit going through the kingdoms, selling to merchants and all that kind of stuff.
When's he due to come back here?
She kind of looks up and kind of starts like counting on her hand. Last I heard, he's doing the sweep of the kingdoms. Felith, India, and then Dulcibern.
How about we buy a sheep off you, enough for you to buy another one, but maybe one that's causing a bit of problems. The ones that's not really interacting with the group very much.
And she smiles and kind of looks down. I know exactly. And she kind of looks over to the corner of the pen. This one sheep is just like, he's just being like, he's just kind of watching coolly.
It's got like a
Emo, did you say hey?
Yeah.
So there is a ram.
She.
Yeah.
Oh, you really bought a ram.
It's a
I'm
sheep.
just
It's a sheep.
wondering.
I don't know animals. I live in New Zealand. I should know sheep. But
Yeah.
I don't. He's just, he's not engaging with the other
Sheep.
sheep.
How buffy?
Okay.
How buffy is this sheep?
I would really like a ram, so it's fine if you want to go with hay. I don't mind.
Okay, I'm doing a roll. 10 and higher, it's a ram. It's a sheep. 4.
Cool. You.
Sheep. Okay.
No, you is the.
E-W-E. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
it's a sheep.
Oh no, like there's ewes and there's rams.
Mm.
So.
This is
You can take that one if you want. He won't listen to you.
She.
Fuck. You can take that one if you want. She won't listen to you.
I cast guidance on myself.
Okay, animal handling.
I turn to
Oh.
Raiko.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can have
Byron.
I turn to Byron.
Byron.
Byron. I go, you were right about her. She is very nice.
Yeah.
I'll play
Yeah,
the calming song
Thank you.
Nice.
to inspire.
I'm going to use my brand new die that I picked up a few days ago, which was a contested roll.
Cool. It's a 19.
So I need like a nat 20 for him to be completely...
Yeah. Also she. Like, I'm not saying that it's...
I'm giving myself advantage because of that. No, I'm just kidding.
You're causing yourself more problems.
I'm not saying... I'm just saying I
No,
would
no,
like
no,
a
it's
ram,
fair.
but
It's
you
fair.
decided it and you...
It's a sheep.
made
It's
the
a sheep.
problem.
I'm just very, very stupid. Cool. So as you approach this sheep, she just kind of bleats. Bah. and stares at you and takes a few
I
steps
love
backwards,
her.
standing
I've
up
got
for sleep.
some like I've got a sunflower.
She like kicks up and kind of like paws at like towards you and like ah.
I take off some of the sunflower petals
Yeah.
and I hold them out in my hand
Okay.
for her.
You see that Ari is currently checking out. She's mending a small break in the fence.
I'll follow you.
Have I got
No
Meg?
idea.
Okay.
With your wolf,
I can walk back.
Bah.
I like hold them out to her
Yeah.
to like, try and like coax her to come and eat
Okay.
from my hand.
For about 10 minutes, nothing happens, and it
Yeah.
kind of stares standoffishly. And then the best of your kind of nature takes a little bit of an effect and takes a few steps forward. She takes a few steps forward. After a while, you've got her kind of like eating and a lot calmer than she was. Ari looks so impressed. She kind of turns and says, "Well, you've done what I could not."
I like this one.
I can't speak with animals.
Oh, gosh.
Oh god.
Even after.
I'm actually gonna cry. I'm so close to my goal.
Okay, as you cast the spell, Ari immediately sees
Don't
it.
assume automatically that's going to be a bad thing.
It's Stefan. It's Stefan.
Yeah.
It can go really well.
When I have a plan, it sometimes works.
Immediately as you cast the spell, Ari and Byron just stare at each other with quite an intense look on their face.
I go, hello.
What up?
I love her.
How's it going?
Not bad.
No, not bad. So what's your name? Why do you like to be referred to as?
Don't have one.
Yes, I
Do
get
you,
to name her.
do you like it here?
She's nice. She kind of like nods to Ari.
Or do you want to go somewhere different or something better?
She does. And she nods again at Ari.
But she wants you to be with us.
Ari is now watching this like intently as you're kind of buying and awing at this creature. She takes a few steps forward.
I'm patting the sheep.
Okay. Yeah, another sheep. She likes the work here on the she likes the work here on the farm. But she's always talking about travel. Always.
Well, Ari.
Ari, yeah.
Well, how about you come travelling with us? You
Okay.
can do what she cannot.
Persuasion. With advantage because of Maple's animal handling roll.
Persuasion.
Yes. Basically, you need a nat 1 to not succeed.
Well, that was a 15.
Alright, you're good. I rolled a 2. You gonna kill me? For food?
As long as you're friendly.
Okay.
But there could be times where we need you to be a little bit more aggressive.
I'm sorry, are you gonna train this sheep?
It's gonna be a battle sheep.
Oh,
A battle
that
sheep.
was
gonna
totally,
happen
that was
anyway.
totally in my mind.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna get her some sick
Ollie,
armor.
what did you expect to happen? We get a battle. Oh yeah, sheep. You just sit there
I
and do
thought-
nothing
I
the entire
thought
battle.
Maybe you could just chill out, follow you guys, get some
I'm just-
grass.
I'm just like amazed at the idea of like a battle sheep. Battle
It's a
you.
battle
Like, full-
You can do things that no other sheep has ever done.
Oh my god. Okay, you have a sheep. The sheep goes with you. I cannot contest the rolls.
Did she go with me?
Yeah.
I use some
because
of
I
my-
indicate, yeah.
I use some of my Kemper rope and I make a little lead for her.
Ari comes over and starts talking to you right now.
Yes.
She notices that you're carrying a song instrument is the word I was trying to think of.
Oh no, I turn like the sheep has agreed to come with us. What do you want to name her?
Okay.
So she knows why you're saying this random name.
Yes. I like think about it for a second and I say, I'm gonna give her 2 names.
I say that back to the sheep. The person you will be following is going to give you 2 names for some reason.
Sure.
So the
Go for it.
first is Mithrim, which is Dwarvish for star.
Nice.
Which is like her Dwarvish name, because
Yeah.
I also have a Dwarvish name, and I
Yeah.
want her to have a Dwarvish name.
Go.
And then her common name, which we will use all the time, is Apricot.
Okay.
I am not using that
Her
name.
name is Apricot.
I will be calling it something different.
At this point, another one of the older farmers comes up and is now in a conversation with Ari. Byron is leaning on the fence, his chin just resting on his hands, just kind of glancing at Ari.
I go, okay, Maple, because of that, you owe me a favour. I want you to use some of your herbs or flowers, whatever you got, and get Byron to give it to Ari.
Sure. I I take out. So I have some flowers.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give him the vortex flower,
Yeah.
but I assume.
Probably not the death bloom either.
No. I have king's bloom, but I don't know what it looks like.
It's white with a tinge of yellow.
Cool. I don't know what it does yet, do I?
No.
Cool.
It's the most important herb.
I'm waiting for you to say that, but I take out that one, and I assume I have some less exciting.
Yeah, you would have been.
flowers.
You said that you were collecting stuff from Bluukmaar Devvan.
Yeah.
At every opportunity.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I take out some of my like nicer flowers, the pretty ones.
He's not watching you. He's just.
Yeah. And I take apricot and I walk, and I like really subtly.
Yeah.
Apricot eats your face.
She's
Stefan,
already eating some sunflower petals that I gave her, so I.
Stefan, just before Speak with Animals fades, you hear Apricot say to the rest of the sheep, "Bye, bitches."
I love my sheep. So I suddenly take apricot and then I hand Byron the flowers really subtly.
I walk up with her, so I'll be with you at the same time. And go, do you like it? Stop, breathe. This is me talking to Ollie.
She's quite pretty.
And she, just be her friend and talk to her.
I walk over and I say, maybe Maple can give you some words of guidance.
So when I hand
because when it comes to love, she's really good at it.
She's the only one dating.
I was gonna say I would say I'm the best.
You're dating a god you barely spent a night with.
Yeah, but I'm dating a god.
Let's fight in front of this kid right now.
You're in love with
Oh,
a
I don't know,
girl.
guidance,
I
yeah.
feel like
I've got an ex-wife I used to be in love with.
And a one night stand from Flexible.
that
one
one
we
don't
don't
break, didn't it?
I hand Byron the flowers and I
Oh,
cast
good.
guidance as I give them to her.
I was
Okay.
in love with someone when she died.
He's going
So
to
it's a big history there.
he's going to approach her.
About the other.
As he gets closer, and you guys kind of like watching as he strides across. He's again trying to he makes his hair even more messy in the attempt to try and.
I turn to Nicholas and I'm
I'm
like,
actually not there.
Yeah.
oh, aren't you there?
Me,
I'm,
why don't you turn to me?
I'm
Because you
looking.
don't have prestidigitation,
Oh,
do you?
no, no.
No, you don't.
I'm looking for patience.
Oh yeah, okay.
Sorry.
It's alright.
And you can see him practicing. Hey, Ari, I got you these flowers.
Byron,
Yeah.
just talk like you talk to us. She will respect that. And at the end of the day, if you're not a friend,
Yeah.
what are you?
You see him. A flash of confidence waves through him, and he does a slightly too cocky stride with his head. Big long
No,
step.
tone it down.
And then he kind of
just act normal.
and he goes. Ari, and she turns.
Are you really gonna roll for
Oh,
love?
yeah.
Yeah.
Roll for love, that's so poetic. And it's probably gonna fail.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Ari,
And he also has guidance, so it's
no, Ari's roll.
Oh, no, Ari's
Nat-
roll
Wait,
to
is she
resist.
resisting?
Nat
Was that
20.
20?
to resist the love.
To be completely charmed by him.
Aww.
I got you. And she just kind of turns, not now, Byron, this is important. And she goes back to conversation with the other farmer who's there.
She could be gay. Is everyone like, oh, it's so sad?
Byron, the sad look on his face, one of the flowers droops.
I see what happens,
Yeah.
and I tell my wolf to run towards the farmer
Oh,
to try and
no.
scare him off.
Holy crap, okay.
God.
Phoebe darts across.
And I feign kind of, oh, Phoebe! And well, I try
Oh,
to
no.
The farmer
Oh.
draws a sword. No, just kidding. The farmer spins and just screams as he sees this beast running for him.
And I
He
say, catch my wolf! It's just playing around, but it thinks the sheep are toy. Yeah, and I
He just
point.
screams, I knew it! I knew it! These are the beasts that have been taken.
No, they're not the beast. This is going wrong, isn't it?
This is going horribly wrong, yeah.
Just don't worry. Could you come here? I need you to help me calm her down.
He's terrified and he's backing up. Ari, however, jumps over the fence. One thing, battle tackle rolls the wolf. They tumble, and she just has the wolf locked up.
I think I want to give Ari some flowers.
I'm trying.
Byron, you just hear even from how far away he is, you hear an audible sigh from Byron.
and I run up to the wolf.
Yeah.
With Ari there. I was
Yeah.
like, it's alright, Ari. Byron wants to talk to you, and I needed to get the farmer away from you so he can actually talk to you.
Glory. And the farmer just immediately tips his hat and scarily watches the wolf, and as he walks off, he's just muttering, I knew it was bloody wolves.
No, I can deal with it.
Yeah. She's still holding Phoebe. She looks at Phoebe looks at her,
Phoebe, look it.
and Phoebe does, and she releases his stand up. Sorry, you were saying something about Byron?
Yeah, Byron wants to go talk to you. I was just trying to...
He appears around. I gotta mend the fence, and she points. It's like quite a lot.
It'll be a good conversation. Don't worry.
She walks over to them. You now see Ari and Byron just engaged in a little bit of conversation. You can't hear what they're saying. As for you three, Nicholas, what are you doing?
I was looking for patients as soon as I leave the house.
Yeah, patients. Are you wanting to be found?
Yeah, I would have just walked back up because I just would have wanted to sleep not in the house.
Sweet. Yeah. You can see the dark circles under patients' eyes. It looks like it's been a rough sleep for them.
Are you alright?
Yeah, fine. Where is everyone?
I don't know. They're talking to the sheep or something like that. I don't know.
The sheep. They're talking to the sheep. Are your party alright? To be fair.
I mean, we're a little bit fucked up.
You don't have to tell me twice. Look, I think I know what's attacking the sheep.
You do?
Something in the forest. I felt it last night.
Right. What is it? Do you know?
Beasts. Multiple.
Okay.
Travel by darkness.
Well, should we investigate then, or get the rest of the party first, or...?
Both.
Alright then. And we'll walk back.
As you guys are watching Byron and Ari, conversation drags. You can see Byron faltering his words and looking over at Stefan for kind of like guidance and confidence. He's like peering around. He kind of nods and goes back to conversation. After about 5-10 minutes, you see Ari's posture relax, and she kisses him on the cheek and strides off. He goes so bright red you could light the sky with the colour as he just kind of falters a little bit and staggers and turns to you.
And I kind of go over there.
Yeah.
Like, did it go well?
And he faints.
And I'm just like, I was still going to teach him about the shocker.
Wow.
Oh my god, I just picked up what you said.
What?
Moving right along. Byron wakes up after a while.
Must be being inappropriate.
However, at this point, you can now see most of the farmers have gathered. There's about 7 of them. They're all embroiled in conversation.
Hello.
One of them is pointing towards the wolf.
What is happening?
Immediately, like the farmer that'll let you guys in, the one that you recognise, immediately says to the rest of the farmers, "He's not in front of them." He's like, friends. Friends.
Just touch it.
Yeah, friends. Sorry, had some stock go missing in the night.
Right.
We're aware.
Well, it's nothing to worry about. Perfectly normal. That's
Right.
Yeah.
Patience, you said that you have an idea of what could have taken the sheep.
wolves, probably.
Wolves are not your concern.
Maybe we should sneak somewhere up. And he kind of steers you away from the other farmers. Don't say a word. And he kind of pulls you away. What are you guys doing?
Wait. Us?
No, you two. Raiko and Nicholas. You see, Patient's been steered away by this.
I'm
this
following.
Okay. Not here, not now. Keep going, keep walking. It's fine. People can smile. It's
You
good.
don't want any help?
Don't understand. Okay, you don't understand. It's fine. A couple of sheep every couple of weeks. It's
I
fine.
have a feeling you know what's taking the sheep.
It's nothing. It's normal. It's part of a farm.
I would like to roll. I'm casting Detect Thoughts and I'm prying deep.
All right. What's my save? Wisdom?
Yes, it's a wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
I will get the surface thoughts though.
Yes. Surface thoughts. If this comes out, we're doomed. If this comes out, we're doomed.
Who is
My friend, animals disappearing is perfectly normal. It happens. We're still doing fine.
What secrets are you keeping?
Who is it?
Can you both roll perception?
14.
Same.
You see his eyes dart to Ari and then back.
The girl.
Oh. I just look over at her.
She like rustles through her long hair, striding away from the paddock where Byron is just stirring awake from it. Oh, did that really happen or was that a dream?
You did well.
He jumps up and he hugs you and he's like, you have to teach me everything, you know.
Don't hug me.
Teach me, please, teach me.
Don't hug me.
Respect the bubble.
Personal boundaries. Alright, you don't need to teach anything.
Mhm.
The art of it is, do you like it? Yeah, okay. You have to be friends with someone if you want something romantic to go on. Because eventually,
Wait.
if you're not friends with them first, you'll just get sick of them. Yeah. And don't let her die, because that sucks too. That's happened. And don't marry her if you hate her. That's another piece of advice.
This could be its own show. Just dating advice with Devvan.
Keep that up. Water
Also, if you do get to that level and you do sleep with her, call her back the next day. They don't like that if you don't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
I'm so. Oh my god.
Oh god.
What else?
This is just an outlet for Dave to talk about his own personal
No,
life.
these are all things that have happened in
To
the game.
Stefan, yeah.
Yeah, this all happens to Stefan.
Stefan's advice column.
But
Dating
the normal
advice.
thing is to give me the piece of paper.
Well, I can't give you this because it's got my notes about Millionaire's Farm.
It's some just in character. Give
Sorry,
me a piece of paper.
He hands over immediately and throws you the pins that he's carrying.
And-
Not comprehending
and
what you
I'll
mean.
screw it up.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Okay. And he goes to write that down, but then he's like, no, it's not. Okay.
Just don't overthink it.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
Just talk to
Again.
him.
And
Be a friend.
he walks off fast and then slow and then back and then fast and then slow and then back and then fast and
And
then
I'm like,
I can't, I'm
That's
kind of like,
Look, my friends. Maybe it's time to move on.
Look, if you don't want her to go, then you're gonna have to put some precautions in place so she can stop doing this. I'm not saying she's a danger. I'm just saying that you need help.
Look, if the other farmers find out about her,
They don't need to know.
good. Now what do I do?
Do you have a shed, a cellar, underground, away from the farms, the sheep?
We have wine cellars.
Good. Clear one of them out. Buy a few kilometers, meters. I don't know.
Lengths.
Leaves. Yeah. Buy a few lengths of chains. Make sure they're strong. And you want to bar the doors. She should be fine.
Thank you, stranger. He holds out his hand.
No.
He shakes it and kind of winces
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah, shakes his hand. And
I
don't.
misread you entirely. Thank you.
Most people do. And whatever you do, don't let her out until dawn.
And whatever you do, please don't tell Byron.
No.
I come up at this point and I hand the guy the ruby
Yeah.
and I say, I found one.
Are you sure you want that?
Yeah, she's real nice.
Yeah. And you hear.
She's
I was just about to do it. You guys did it for me, right? So, yeah.
I say,
Just like a hoof.
yeah, just like,
Turns around.
she just like headbutts me. She's like, fuck you.
You hear oh, by the way, and you see Ari, who's been sitting on one of the fences of the paddocks. She kind of like jumps and lands and wanders up to you guys. As the farmer whose name I've forgotten, he kind of sees this and he's actually gone about prepping the cellar next month. But Ari comes up to you guys. Look, life here is good. All the wine we can drink, the sun, hard work, but it pays off. It's not where I want to be. I want to travel like you. Let me come with you.
I just sort of.
Ari, how old are you?
And she lies and says 21.
Can I check if she's right?
Yeah, insight bonus. What is it?
What?
Oh wait, no, you can because I've already told you. Go.
What race is she?
Human.
Okay.
She's very okay. So she's really beautiful. She's very tomboyish. You can see calluses on her hands and such. Her long flowing hair is real shiny. It's like pure gold. Her eyes are bright green. 11. Yeah, you can get a sense.
I go, Ari, you don't know what you want at your age. You go out there, based on what we've seen.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
May
Let's
I-
just say that.
Talk to her for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Go for it.
Is that alright with you?
Sure. Why not?
And I take her away from like the people and
Yeah.
the farmers.
You
I'm
guys
putting-
see Byron, who was watching this encounter, heard her say that she wants to leave. He kind of falls a little.
I go,
going away with this big, muscly, hot elf guy into the forest.
I comfort Ryan.
Byron. I'm putting flowers in apricots wool.
Nice.
I'm just like,
Apricot is not like that, by the way.
I know. Apricot.
Unless it's Deathbloom.
Huh?
Unless it's
Oh,
God.
hell yeah!
Oh my god.
yeah, but you don't know that.
I take out my herbalist stuff and I kind of like put some in my ear and then I like gesture to Apricot to do the same and then I show her all of the flowers, so I assume she chose.
So, Ari comes away with you.
I'm gonna see Sin just sort of hanging out.
Nicholas, you actually notice that there is, cloaked, but, no, sorry, not cloaked, black dressed man, hanging quite far back, staring at you guys intently. As for you and Ari, right, you guys get away to a quiet enough place.
You don't know me, you don't need to.
Fine, I'm Ari.
Look, I'd like to encourage my party to take you with us, but I think you and I both know that you need to stay here for a while to learn how to control yourself.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
I was
She
just like,
looks
my
really
eyes
amazing.
like flash with like silver. Not in a scary way, but like,
How did... It got you too.
I've been dealing with this for a long time now. You need to train yourself.
I try.
I've had a word with your...
They're gonna kill me.
I won't. Because it won't happen again. Every month you're going to go down there, you're going to meditate. Think about the most peaceful things you can.
And you see her eyes flick to Byron.
You just make sure that you're alone in that cell, and the more the months go on, the better you will get, the calmer you will be. Give it half a year, and then you can go out and explore this great world.
Never thought I'd meet someone that understood. Thank you.
I understand it's hard.
I want to talk to Brian.
Byron.
Byron.
No, shut up.
Do I notice that
Byron,
there was a cat here?
what happens? And I go, alright. She eventually will forget about what we're saying and she's going to eventually venture off because kids are idiots. But I give him the map
Yeah. Of Ucast or something?
of Ucast
Okay.
and I go, this is Ucast
Wow.
and it's far away enough for her to probably get her venture fix. You see Scartown on there?
Yeah.
I'm the Emperor.
Please roll deception, please. DC 10.
19.
Nice. I had no idea. Sorry.
You can't tell her this, but what I want you to do is take her to
This is why you had a ruby.
Yeah. I want you to take her to Scartown, like venture venture all the way to Scartown, because if you make it to a cast, they'll be able to protect you because you know her. And then that way it's not dangerous for you or her, but you guys can still get your fix out. Okay? But
Sorry, no, I have to... you've helped me so much, I have to give you something.
no, stop. When you go, don't go until there's no other choice, because she will eventually want to go.
Okay.
You just have to make sure you're with her.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Alright. And
Thank
just promise her you'll take her here someday. And then
Okay.
keep her around as long as you can.
Even just the map, I know, will take her for a flight of fancy. She's always talking about
Yeah, there you go.
travel.
There you go.
So he goes to... and then...
No.
Yeah.
Boundaries, mate.
So the day stretches on as the farm goes about its business.
I'm just going to check with the farmers when the celebrations for the princess are.
Ah, yes. Ah, Dulcifer. We deal with them a lot in trade. I would avoid the guards. Not the kindest or civilized of men. The prince's birthday should be two 2 days now. He kind of glances. 2 or 3 days. I'll tell you this. The princess is picky, to say the least. I suppose the spirit of a ruler, but it's a great fear that she'll grow up to rule that place.
And what's her name?
Well, her name is Maribel the Terrian. Some of the common folk refer to her as Terrible Maribel. I would not repeat that name unless you're absolutely sure it's safe. People are coming far and wide. You've seen the ships in the sky. Dulcivern, Felthandir, even from the Shadowlands. It's a nice place if you have the coin.
Right. Do they accept this sort of coin? And then I show the coin that we get from the cast.
Okay. I'm not familiar with this brand. Some things are universal. If you have gold to trade, gems. The currency of the Sun Sword Alliance, and he kind of like looks at the coin, not quite as similar.
Not quite as similar.
The Detarians, interesting folk.
Sorry, who is this that you're talking to?
They're fun.
Cool.
The Royals are interesting folk. Their heritage draws back to alchemy. In fact, they made a name and a fortune themselves from selling potions. Soon they were able to buy small townships. From there they built their followers, more land, more buildings. Now they rule one of the greatest kingdoms in the Sun Sword Alliance. Of course, their potions don't come cheap. No chance, in fact. The military presence within what's known as the Alchemist Quarry. I've not quite seen protection like it in a shop before. Nikolai, this guy's still watching you from the outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
It's fine if you wish to pick up a few lesser potions. They really know their craft, I'll give them that. They don't know how to treat the people, though. We only deal with them if we need to. Obviously, a city as large as Dulcivern requires a large store of wine.
while this conversation is happening,
Yeah.
I'm going to lean over to Mabel.
Yeah.
Can you see him? And I'll nod over to him.
Roll perception.
It is, I believe, a 7.
Nope. But he sees you, and he sees you looking at him, and he just looks.
I say, I'll trust you, whatever it is.
Follow me.
Alright.
I'll walk towards.
Cool. He kind of pulls you around a corner, and he says, I know you. I know that sounds strange. I've seen you. Do you understand?
You've seen me.
What does he look like?
So, this guy is short, tousled, blondish, brownish hair, dark brown eyes, wearing like a kind of puffy white shirt with suspenders. He's got like a side bag satchel type thing, which you can kind of see poking out of that a bunch of pens and stuff. Looks like a writer.
What's your name?
Kin.
Ken. And how do you know us?
Look, I can't say. No, I can't say.
Then perhaps. Why can't you say?
Is it an enchantment of some sort making you...
Look, if...
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts and just look at him.
Yep.
And like, trust me on this.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to dive into his mind and see what he can't tell me.
Okay, are you going, are you going deeper or just surface sword?
Deeper.
Okay.
I gently take his hand and I'm like, let it happen.
Okay, first roll persuasion.
Seems a little
better persuasion. Actually, no, you persuasion. And yeah, I'll make a... We'll see.
It's an 8.
DC 3.
Cool.
Okay.
So he does. He immediately recognizes that you guys are preparing to cast a spell. And as he does, he closes his eyes. As you enter into his mind, there's this reverberation of fear around all the words that kind of echo through the chambers of his mind. And he simply says, look, I know you're not from here, but this kind of thing, the power of the arcane is not seen kindly. It's seen as a madness, a sickness within people, a sickness that needs to be quelled and stamped out. I would spend the rest of my days in a very small room if anyone found out about this, but I see things. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's stories. Right now, right here, underneath this very ground, something is brewing.
Under the earth.
Under the ground itself, yes. I don't know how much you know of Via Draconia, but there are great weapons of war there. Great weapons that, and then round the corner comes one of the farmers. He immediately turns back to you and says, and then the ram fell off the cliff. Alright, all three of us are going to roll deception. And insight.
Deception, did you say?
Yeah, DC 15.
I did get an 19.
Oh, I got a natural 16. That would have been like a...
This farmer that's walking just through kind of the houses kind of turns, looks at you, hears the laughter, turns once more, and continues walking. And Kin just, look, and he rummages through his bag and he pulls out a small journal. The same make, in fact, as the one that Agron had.
It's a popular brand.
I wish I knew where these journals were coming from.
And he just kind of ruffles through. He shows you this, now he's a writer, but he shows you a drawing. Not well done, but this metal kind of sphere with spikes on it. This one keeps coming back. I don't know what it means. And he goes, look, you should get out of here.
Out of here as in this land, or...?
Where to?
Either north or south.
What's north?
There's a city there. I travel a few times to deal wares. Philathandia.
And what's south?
South. Dulcivern.
That's the one we should go to.
Alright.
That's where the princess is having her birthday, right?
Right. This place, we had a threat, but I've seen today its resolve. You've done well here. Carry on.
Okay.
So,
I'll plug him a coin and I'll walk away.
cool. Kin disappears into a small house. Yeah, you guys now find yourself in Menenius farmlands at about 4 in the afternoon.
I go back.
Yeah.
Coming with me.
Yeah.
We've still got 8 to pot on the little lead.
Yeah.
And I say to the rest of the party, I kind of like bring them all together.
Yeah.
And I say, the next move is south towards Dulcivern. I think if we start traveling now, we'll probably get there by the princess's birthday, and I assume some shit's going to go down there.
Alright.
And if we can win the favour of the princess, that's one person on our side.
So is that the plan? We're just going to get people on our side. We're not going to pick a side?
I don't think so. I think the best side to pick is everyone's side.
Because that works well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's our best shot. Let's go.
I don't have a better plan, so...
So southeast towards south.
Thanks, man.
So,
I'll ask the farmers, do you have a map or anything?
Just glad someone we get
to.
I'm just glad someone is experiencing what I experience on a Thursday night basis.
When you have to do a day.
Yeah.
Dulcivern, the channels, the paths there are very, very clear. And he kind of points to the outskirts of the farmland where you can see like tire tracks and stuff and cars. Follow that south, you'll get there within, it looks at you, 2 days, a day.
I say, okay. Wait, you guys don't have any horses or anything, do you?
I hadn't given them horses when I wrote the place, but
It is a farm.
no, they don't.
Okay. So
How did they hit the sheep?
Sorry?
How did they hit the sheep?
Shepherds.
Oh, shit, I guess that's really athletic.
So now it's about the time when the sun is painting the sky pinks, purples, and
this
oranges.
day went by really fast.
You've done a lot.
Well, no, didn't we just make 2 people fall in love?
I'm the DM,
Oh,
you did a lot.
Show them the mud, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
I assume we stopped for lunch at some point.
Yeah, you guys are-
we had a big dinner.
We just chilled out after a crazy
Got a little bit
couple
of
of
a
days.
I say, well, why don't we? I asked the farmer if we can rest another night, and then we set off in the morning.
Yeah.
When's her birthday?
My friend.
2 or 3 days.
If you towards the black trees, there's a fork in the road. Travel that way and you travel through the ruins of Telfor. Nice place, historical site. You might be interested.
Cool.
Ruins of Telfor. And there's a fork in the trees, so which...
Take the right path to the ruins, the left path straight to Dulcimer. You still get there. It's only an hour out of your way.
I'm keen. I say we take a long rest and then
I
get off
think
as
we
soon as we can.
need to have a conversation about something.
Yeah?
Why are we bringing this one?
Patience. New member to the party. The rest of them kind of glance around. Now, they've not actually seen you do the kindness that you've put to the people of Menenius because you did that alone.
That's not quite true.
He sent the cat.
I sent the cat, and I was
Ah,
proceeding.
so Nicolaius, you have seen that patience can be kind and caring and does the best for the good folk.
But I know nothing.
You
Correct.
guys don't know.
So, like, all that we know about you is that you got exiled from a place that you won't tell us why.
I left.
You left, okay, you left on your own record, but you won't tell us why, so we don't actually know who you are, and we're taking you with us in a place that we don't know anything about.
Sleeps outside in
I trust him.
Why?
Because I'm maple.
Because I'm
maple.
But I don't. I need a
It's just
reason.
for fun.
I need a reason.
I did help you escape.
Well, we could have escaped anyway. We had to hide him.
I still trust him.
Why?
I am incredibly grateful that you helped me escape as well, and that you freed those animals.
Why you remember doing that?
He's okay. Maple like stands up. She's like,
I
I vouch for Patience. He's strong. He is nice. He didn't kill us when he first met us, which is on our track record better than almost everyone else we've ever met.
But how do we know it's not an act?
Is it an act?
Cool. If it was an act, they would say yes, it was.
Do you want
no,
to
it's
question
not.
the zone of truth?
Yeah. Do you want me to zone?
I'd feel more comfortable.
Do you mind? Cool. I cast Zone of Truth,
Do you resist? Then you know it succeeds.
and I cast it around
Oh,
everyone.
I can't.
So this is a truth circle. We're
This
all
is a
in
truth
here.
circle.
We're all gonna have a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't have to be because there's no NPCs in this
Truth
scene.
or dare?
So can I ask a question? That'll be fine.
That's
If
right.
you
does
can ask a
that
question.
go
Wait, first of all, Patience
Five
hasn't
points.
resisted the Zone of Truth. I won't resist my own Zone of Truth.
I'm not resistant.
Neither of you guys. Are you resisting?
Are you joining the good circle?
Would you be able to tell if I resist?
I would. Yeah, like
Yeah.
You know if
Well,
it succeeds or not.
If
Smell it.
it's succeed,
if it's I'd like no.
like whether it's affecting
You won't resist.
Okay, so can I ask a question, or
Yeah.
only can you?
No, you can
No,
ask.
no.
it.
You know it's
Alright,
not true.
what is your name?
My name is Patience.
Is that your real name?
It is the name that was given to me. I have not chosen my real name yet.
What does that mean?
Is anyone else an elf here?
Yeah.
Yes.
I speak elf.
Oh, half elf.
I speak Elvish though.
I'm gonna roll history to see if I know.
Sure.
Um,
Who's playing with the figures?
Well,
that's a
as
17. Do I know much about Elven history and the way that they name,
their
like their names work, their language?
It's different here in Singera than it is in the cast.
Right.
So that's a harder DC.
Okay.
But do they still speak Elvish that I'll be understanding, or is my Elvish just useless now?
Okay, so
It's an elvish custom.
they come.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an Elvish custom. But the
And
language thing,
specific to
like-
Singera.
like our languages have roots in Latin, you'd be able to understand and possibly discern different dialects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sometimes, unless someone's crafted a language specifically for their clan or tribe, then yeah.
as your friend Riker
Yes, okay.
may know, it is tradition in elven communities to give a child a specific name, and when they are of age they are to pick their own name, like a coming of age sort of
So
decision.
you haven't come of age yet?
You are like kind of old.
I should be picking a name,
You just taking your time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why did you leave the city?
I feel like it's a bit personal.
Not you asking the question.
I just don't think that he should
Is
have
that
to
a
answer.
question you feel comfortable answering?
The howling wind picks up once more and brushes small debris around all your feet.
Do I hear anything on the wind?
Strong strings of stress and danger.
Come on, just literally started
Oh,
this
also,
conversation.
I forgot to mention, the death bloom is in apricot's wool.
Yeah.
So is the seer's wish, so that I can see it at all times.
Nice. Okay, cool.
What colour is it?
White.
It's fine. I left the city because growing up, there was a lot of pressure placed on me specifically within my community. I was chosen at birth to be the fulfiller of a prophecy. Nothing major.
Prophecies are typically
No big
really
deal.
major things. It's not like it's got to be the world's first astronaut or something.
The
What
major-
is the
What's an
astronaut? I don't know.
astronaut?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a random thing that can hit.
Astro.
Astrophysicist.
The old mages had seen that a young child of our community was to rise up and protect them as their fighter, if you will.
Is Patience blonde?
Bleach, white, like white silver, yes.
Kind of like your hair now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like your hair now.
Does he look like the child in the vision I saw?
Roll inside. Nope. You don't know.
Hey, it's an 11.
Okay.
Which is technically above 10.
Wow.
Good.
Hang on.
Technically.
Hang on. So 10 is
11
easy
is above
DC. A moderate DC is 15. I'd say it's at least moderate.
Well, no, he's just comparing one to the other.
Like,
Yeah, but think about like your baby picture. Would it look like
Yeah, like how intensely did you stare at that baby?
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Did I even see its face?
It was kind of wrapped up.
Were you ever swaddled in a white?
It's a legitimate question.
It's a really weird question. How long does Zone of Truth last, by the way? 10 minutes? Or a minute?
I think it's quite long.
Okay,
Actually.
cool. Just checking.
It's 9 hours.
Essentially,
Considering it hasn't even been 10 minutes of real life
It's
yet.
forever.
Yeah.
No, I'm just asking because
essentially, my parents, who were simple
10
folk of the
minutes.
city, were raised to a much more important place of power since they believed that I was this child. They became hungry with power, and they never really, not to get too deep into it, but they never really loved me.
Oh, we get that.
Yeah.
So basically, you're a messiah to your people,
I
and
wouldn't say Messiah.
I'm
A
butting it up.
recognised individual, yes.
Yeah. And then you ran away because it was too much pressure, and your parents were kind of dicks. And then you joined that tribe. And now you're here. But what's your goal now? Because you obviously didn't want to stay with him. What do you want?
That's a good question, and I don't know if I can answer it, if I'm being honest.
So you don't know what you want.
No, didn't know.
No.
Which is fair.
I know.
I don't-
I'm doing the thing.
Sorry. I haven't said anything in a while, so I was just
You're
like,
right.
It's okay, Ollie. Just take a break. Chill out.
I played this.
You're right. I don't know what I want. Maybe I'm here to find it.
It's fate.
God, no. Maple. No.
It certainly was fate when you were all captured by my ex-associates.
Exactly.
Well, I freed you guys. I got nothing.
With the help of Patience.
No, how about that random
And
person?
so,
with the
because
arrows?
you don't really have anything else on your schedule at the moment, you'd quite like to tag along with us? Is that more or less what you're saying?
I can definitely offer you all a hand.
Will you kill us in our sleep?
Not that I'm aware of.
And then he just like flashes a smile, like a cheeky little. I don't know. Don't think so.
Are you hiding anything from us?
Is anyone confident?
Is there anything that we should know for our safety? That's my last question.
You don't have anything to worry about.
It wasn't what I asked.
You're not in danger.
It does like compel the truth.
Yeah, so you
I have
think,
to look.
I think that you If you do you honestly believe that we're not in danger from what you know?
Yes.
Let me have a look at what the actual stats are. The creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
So it's definitely not.
It's definitely not a lie. He definitely, as a player, I can tell you, he is very certain that you guys are safe around him.
Okay.
Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Yeah.
I know Casper, I know he's given the strength up.
Oh no, I know. I just want to make sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, as a character, Patience believes that you guys are safe. He's not going to hurt you.
I
Unless
just
you piss him off.
have to ask this. Are you planning to betray us?
No. You've got...
Who's your favourite?
You have to answer.
You can't tell a deliberate lie.
Well, we know it's not going to be me.
In order or... Just
Yeah, give it to us in order.
And the spell phase.
Thank you.
And
Hate being last.
the last whispers of sunset are now drifting across the sky. The great shadows of the dark clouds illuminated from the purples and blues that now slowly turn to an inky black. You guys feel that kind of restless, weary feeling drift over you as the night turns cold. Most of the farm, all of the farm, quickly runs into their houses, shuts the doors and windows, as they do every night.
Did we organise to stay with the farmer again?
You can if you wish.
I would love that.
Cool.
And the moon is now different.
Correct. So, one day
I'm still
later
giving
on,
advice to the kid.
all
It's
5 of you, including Apricot and Phoebe, take refuge in this small room in the shack as you guys drift off. You feel at ease with the fact that you've managed to help some of the inhabitants here. Certainly done some good, and as per the farmer whose house you're staying in, you even get a fine bottle of Menenius farmland wine, worth maybe 100 gold.
So just one?
Worth 100 gold.
Who is he giving it to?
That would be you, Patience, for helping with the problem
Lovely.
that he was aware of. So he gives you a vintage bottle from about 15, 20 years ago. Dark kind of dark grey label on the bottle. The wine is beautifully robed. It's a red. It's it's subtle. It's fine. It's nice. It's corked and it's worth a lot.
Lovely. I'll keep that corked.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
You're more than
Somewhere to
welcome.
put that.
Just remember this. Words fly fast and far here in Singera. Please don't mention what happened here to anyone.
Of course.
Thank you. As you guys drift off, you're awoken by the sound of the farmer who at dawn springs into action and is clanging around the house. This is too early for most of you as you kind of warily rub your eyes and kind of gruffly turn over on the small bits of pillows and things that you've been given and try to go back to sleep. However, we were all teenagers once, so remember what parents are like. The farmer rushes into the room. Come on, lads, things to be
Get out
done.
your fart sack!
Patience dives up and just goes straight into action. He takes Byron out and they're going to go do some field work. He thanks you all for your hospitalities and hopes that you return someday. And also remember to spread the word of Menenius farmland as far as
Go to the barn and say, I'll see you in Scotland.
And he kind of...
Okay, so we head off.
Pulls like a wee piece of fluff out of his
Because you used to develop your own language with them. Alright.
Basically.
Cool. So
Communication.
you find yourself at 6 in the morning, the sun just peeking over the horizon, casting golden light on the fields of wheat and glinting off the metals of the machines.
Right, let's get a move on.
Come
then,
on,
shall we?
Apricot.
So you're travelling towards Dulcimer.
Yep.
Alright. So you guys actually managed to
Do you not
walk.
like Apricot?
I don't like apricots.
You managed to.
Neither.
I'm actually allergic to apricots.
Were you just eating one?
I was eating a peach, but I'm also allergic to peaches.
Wait, why were you eating it?
That's
This is
so
kind of information we should know!
I'm like deadly allergic. My throat just gets weird.
But you're like, I want peach.
So
It's
if you
worth-
passed out right now, we'd be like,
It's worth the burning.
You're
It's fine.
mad. Alright, so you guys actually, as you exit going south from Menenius farmlands, get to wander through the vineyards, stretching grapes, reaching hundreds of feet.
I grabbed some grapes.
Yeah, of course. They're all kind of up on splints, and you've got just rows and rows of grapevines. It's really calm here, and there's already people that are kind of picking some of the grape, putting them in like baskets and such. But yeah, the dawn light slowly drifts higher, and the intensity of the day rises. The heat becomes not sweltering, but certainly nice to enjoy. Some of you take your clothes off, or not clothes off, cloaks off. I was going to say, just start stripping. Nelly starts pumping through the stereo. No, you guys kind of just adjust, and yeah, you head south towards Dulciverne.
Just realised me and my sheep are the same height.
Yeah.
Sheep
So-
are normally
I think my direwolf's probably my height too.
Yeah.
Yeah, sheep are normally 4 foot tall.
Hmm.
Maple is 4'1".
So,
Oh yeah.
at this time, you now see about 5 different airships, 3 of which are travelling south towards Dulciverne, and 2 of which are travelling north towards what you can now clearly see, the mountain city of Philiphandia. Beautiful circular...
Did we stop to go to the ruins?
You guys are on your way there. I'm just
Oh.
setting the scene that I was going to ask. But thanks for interrupting and just asking.
Well, you see that like we could see it, so I was like, oh, I thought the
No, this
ruins.
is Philiphandia is off in the distance towards the north. It is very recognisable, and you can see it from pretty much anywhere in this region of Singera. The circular walls that kind of go in like a bullseye pattern all the way up this grand mountain, leading to a grand orb that sits in the centre of the spire in the middle. The light glints upon that, and the airships are travelling not too fast, kind of drifting lazily across the sky. You find yourselves on a path worn with tracks of carts, and in fact, a couple of carts on the route en route to Dulciverne. They come down with you see large boxes on the backs of horses. You see many casks of ale, obviously shipments of Minimia's farmland wine. In fact, the road is quite busy. Are you guys on foot? Yes.
I assume we are.
So
On
Anything
sheep.
else?
now
On
you've
my
lost,
Oh my god, I'm on sheep.
you've lost a day when you stayed at Dulciverne, so you've got about a day and a half to reach Dulciverne in time for the princess's birthday. However, you have been given instructions, directions to the ruins of Telfor if you wish. What would you guys like to do?
Hey, Patience. You good at drawing maps?
Not a hobby of mine, but
Could you draw a map?
it's not a great one, I assume. But
And I give them the map that I've got, and I said add to it, and you can.
yeah, good.
I say, do we want to go see these ruins?
I'm up for anything.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm wondering if we have the time.
Well,
It's going to be
It's
like,
an
when is the
hour-
birthday party?
an hour back
and an hour to look around.
and an hour to look
That's all I'm
around.
going to add. That's all
We were
Patience
told
will know.
it was 2 to 3 days, and then
We rested
we
overnight.
rested overnight.
So,
And then, how long would it take
Literally
us?
one thing.
Do we know how long it would take us to get to Dulciverne from where we are now?
you were told about day and a half.
So it would take us the rest of the day. So when we talked to the farmer, did he make it clear that we would be able to stop there, knowing our time frame comfortably?
You could, let's say, you'd be able to visit it, no worries, but you wouldn't be able to spend a couple of hours there, or that would put you behind schedule.
Sorry, what did I miss?
So there's a choice that we have, which is to go to the ruins of Telfor, which is an hour out of the way.
Yeah.
And we're wondering, or we could take the other path, which leads straight to Dulciverne. And we're wondering if we have the time, because we stayed at the farm for a bit.
For a long rest.
From what Maple asked, or what was told to Olivia.
I mean, do we have a time limit of going to the ruins?
We want to. Well, we want to go. We want to reach Dulciverne by the princess's birthday.
Yeah.
And if we go to the ruins, we won't have enough time to get there.
Well, it's on the way, isn't it?
It is on the way. but
Where are we on this?
It's kind of.
Okay, so a minute. Oh shit! I don't have Minimia's farmlands on there, do I?
There.
Yeah. So.
Sundays are all
Maybe we
dramatic.
should go to the ruins. I think it's now our destiny.
If we
So we're here.
Yeah, you haven't traveled too
we'll be
far, so
able
you're
to visit,
maybe
but we
like
wouldn't
that
be
far.
able
Yeah.
to spend
So can't we
a
just
couple
go
of
like
hours
that?
Right.
It's
why?
it's
Oh,
longer
yeah,
than
why
this.
we're going to the ruins.
But yes,
Oh.
so if you took, so basically it takes an hour out of your way to get there.
That it would
Yeah.
be
If you're going that way, and an hour to get back onto the road to get to
Then we
Dulciverne.
should. I
So
reckon we
you
should
could visit, you just couldn't spend too much time
Yeah, I
there,
reckon-
unless you wanted to be.
So there's no way we can go here. So
thinking-
essentially we have to go like there, and there.
I can't
I'm
see
thinking
your
if we
hand.
I think it would be. I
Arrange.
think it would be like. Can I show? So like
Yeah.
the divergence from the path. This
So-
takes an hour.
Yeah,
to-
you can visit it, no
like
problem.
different
Yeah, I
times.
reckon.
You- but
And
you
then
have to make a
back
choice.
Takes an hour longer than taking this road.
And the choice would be,
You know what
if
I
you
mean?
wanted to stay there
So if this was on
for
Google
half a
Maps, it's
day,
like
a couple
one
of
hour
hours,
slower.
you might be a bit late to Dulciverne.
I think we should check it out.
If we can source some way of maybe travelling a bit faster, perhaps we can get in contact.
I mean, the ruins are close to Dulcivern anyway. We could go to Dulcivern and do what we
And
need
we
to
still
do.
need
Go
a
there and
gift,
then
and we
go
still
back.
need a gift for the princess. So something ancient, maybe. What she may enjoy it if we
How
can find
difficult
it.
would it be for us to get some royal griffins?
Well, we don't even know how far we are from the cars.
Yeah, but didn't
Through magical means, however. we
Glomans
might be
and
able to-
I called Glomman?
Yeah.
And I say I called Glomman.
Oh, I thought you said called as in plural.
No, I
plural?
called Glomman.
Past tense, yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
Excuse me while I put on my hat. Yes,
Hi.
greetings!
Didn't you say that you were on the way to Dulcivern for the princess's birthday?
Stop off in Valenthier and then straight there, correct.
Perfect. Well, we are going to the ruins of Telfor,
Oh,
and we kind of needed a ride because we wanted to check it out, but we are scared we're going to be late. You can pick us up on the way?
I have business to conduct in Flefandia. I'm not sure I have the time. My business is booming, you see.
But
Lots of
didn't you
meetings.
say that by airship it's essentially nothing to travel?
It's a lot faster, yes?
Hey,
I don't
Gorman, quick question. Did you ever pay us for us doing that flight?
Sorry, the connection's a bit...
So you'll pick us up?
I'm not sure how long it'll take. I have wares to sell in Flefandia. The rulers there have been very specific
At
about
what
what they
value? What value are your wares that you're planning on selling within the next, I don't know, 2 hours?
You'd be surprised.
I say to Glomman, Philithandir is a while away, correct?
Yes?
So if you leave on time, you'll get to Dulcivern at the same time, right? Before the princess's birthday.
That's the hope.
It'll take less than a minute to pick us up. Because it's only
Alright, persuasion. One of you roll persuasion.
I cast guidance on myself,
Okay.
and then I do the dang thing.
Do the damn thing?
It is. Where is my
It's a
d4?
roll.
It's 3 plus 2, a 24.
And this is what I rolled.
It's a 1.
Well, you are good customers and you have helped me out in the past. Surely I can make a small detour. However, I'm not too sure how long I'm expected in Flatandia. Where would I pick you up?
The ruins of
Jump
Telfor.
I'm sure I can find that. See you soon.
Sweet. Fixed it.
Great.
Let's go.
Alright. So, south down the road you go. You find the black trees and the fork in the road. Ryko essentially points and says it's this way.
Down away.
And off
Is
you
that
go.
Uber driver?
I never been to Uber driver.
5 stars.
Yeah, and eventually, after maybe an hour and a half, you come to great broken gates. Stonework that's crumbled and shattered, and peeking around the side, there's like overgrowth up the sides of this grand wall that's been broken down. As you guys kind of approach and peer through the gap in the wall, you can see half-standing ruins of statues, and you've got buildings of some kind fallen down quite badly, but it spans for ages, all overgrown and snaked with vines and weeds and grass. And off in the distance towards the center, you can see 2 feral dogs just kind of like sniffing around.
I reach down and I cast Sanctuary on Apricot.
Okay? Sure. The place itself is deathly quiet, save for the scurrying of small creatures.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
I reckon it's looting time.
All right, if that's what you'd like to do.
I
that's-
think we need something to give the princess. Something
that is
valuable.
true.
I
When-
got tell Phoebe, can you smell anything interesting?
Cool. Advantage, wisdom check.
When Glomming gets here, we can also ask him if he's got anything that he could
Yes.
sell that we could give.
Is that wisdom on my wolf?
Yeah.
I can't on my wolf stats because I haven't used it today.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
My sheep has an intelligence of 2 and a charisma of 5.
Well, mine has an intelligence of 3. Plus 1, so that's 16.
Okay. And what was the instruction, sorry, once more?
See if she can smell anything interesting
Cool.
or of note.
She jumps over the small break in the wall, kind of lands, and immediately goes into business, disappearing through a couple of buildings and stuff. After a couple of minutes, she comes back.
Does she have anything?
No.
Is she indicating anything?
Yeah, giving a small indication of creatures.
Creatures.
Mhm.
Okay. Are they bad creatures?
Are you speaking with animals?
No.
No. Then
Well, they'll
Roll.
be able to.
roll animal handling because it's a tough one.
I've had
So
six
that's
months
what speaking
with
with animals for. But yeah, no.
Although it is, I would say it's a pretty complicated thing to track. Is
Good.
it a creature?
Oh,
Yeah.
bad? Good.
Yeah, like danger or not would probably be quite a simple.
I'm sure if you spent time
18.
training that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so you get a sense that no, not intently endangered. Just creatures around.
Okay.
Nah, it doesn't seem like anything dangerous, so I just start looting.
Cool. So you kind of climb through the broken part of the wall. It takes you a bit because dwarvish. You kind of like hide yourself up, and one by one, you guys all kind of climb over
yeah,
the wall
it's a
and
little bit racist.
into the place. As you guys travel around, looks like it once was a grand city. Yeah, there were tall spires and buildings and courtyards and the like.
Can I just say I'm looking specifically for cellars or dungeons?
Sure. So Maple goes about ducking into some of the broken doorways and traveling around. Roll investigation.
Just while I'm with patience, I just want to say, do you know anything about this place?
No, not a clue.
7.
Okay. Yeah, you find nothing hidden. You do find what looks like most of the houses that you go into that look like residential houses look like they've been in a state of abandon. It looks like tables tipped over, chairs tipped over, broken bottles, that kind of thing.
Did you guys find anything?
Can I roll
If you wish to,
investigation?
roll investigation.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
First natural 20 I have rolled in a long time.
18.
Okay, I'm not sure. If you remember this, you remember this. If you don't, but you find one of these.
I got.
Goodbye.
Alex, I'll
Sorry.
get it. Okay. I'm 21.
I can find it. Like rolls down the
Was
stairs.
that a ring?
No.
Okay. What was it, by the way?
Small,
blue-
small,
Oh
small
my God.
crescent moon. Sorry about that.
Oh, I remember this from somewhere.
The crescent moon.
Yes, a small crescent moon. Someone had it. Someone had one and wouldn't give it to us.
Oh, the peaceful people that we came across in between the
yes.
sides, and they had a camp.
And it was like, yes.
in his dread.
Huh?
I can't stall it.
Yes, the cat tried to get it.
Yeah,
The tabaxi woman.
tabaxi woman.
Correct.
Ah.
Thank you.
No worries.
Divine intervention.
Voice of Vistus.
So, wait, is the cat lady around?
Can I give it? Can I smell for cat?
Yeah.
Good old snort.
Yeah. What?
I take out some cat.
Did I find anything?
What is? What smell for cat?
Yeah. Well, hidden away
Uh,
underneath a mattress, kind of thing. In a bed, you find a pouch of gold that had been hidden by someone at some point there.
How much?
That's
250.
that's a
Nice.
21 on my cat snorting.
Cool. So there's definitely the smell of dogs, rats, maybe a few feral cats, but no tabaxis.
There's no tabaxi.
Right, I'm gonna also roll Arcana on this thing to see if
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is.
Did
Ah.
18.
Wait, no, maybe.
18, you find a few finely crafted rugs that have been left. Most of these houses and stuff have been gutted.
13?
13? No, it doesn't seem arcane. Really.
Doesn't seem arcane. at all.
Not to you, no.
Can I roll history to see what I know?
Sure. That's with disadvantage because new continent.
Yeah. It's a 16
Wow.
with disadvantage.
Okay, not bad.
One of them was a natural 20.
So gems that aren't arcane have a few purposes.
Yeah.
Trade. It could be worth something. It could be a signal of something higher than platinum, maybe. It could be a stone or relic that belongs as like a sister piece to an item.
Yeah.
It could be a key. It could be.
I knew the guy was wearing it in his hair.
Yeah.
Have I seen like that sort of?
Roll history, but without disadvantage.
It's a 20 modified.
So the druidic nature of tribes and such is to wear their adornments and enchantments and things in their hair, easy access, that kind of thing. Nothing that stands out to you that will give a hint as to what it is. The day is now stretching on. This place was near the end on the way to Dulcivern, and the sky is darkening slowly.
So there's nothing of note necessarily at these ruins that we.
Not that you've found. I mean, it's a huge place, and you guys have like investigated for a while, going through doors and looking under things, and found some gold and some other items.
Okay, that is fun.
In the center of the what looks like the meeting place of the township, before the grand castles at the back. Raiko, you immediately hear the sound of wind picking up, and again, a different kind of haunting, slow melody on the wind. The actual, the beauty of the song of the wind is hard to keep your composure to, especially as a bard. Unfortunately, none of your compadres can hear it, but if they could, it's a very soulful, mournful kind of song. And it just plays a couple of bars over and over until the wind eventually dies down.
So this is like the central meeting place?
Yeah.
Is it like a courtyard?
Yeah,
or...
yeah. You've got like small fountains and sundials.
Ooh, I investigate.
Cool, roll investigation. As Maple kind of goes around, yeah, go for it. Looking around at the sundials and such.
It's a 15.
You notice that in this place, there's quite a few smatterings of dried blood on the sundial. In fact, as the sky darkens further, the starlight and the moonlight, it just briefly kind of shimmers into this place. It reflects on the water pools of the fountain nearby, and a strange, eerie kind of calm. This thread of tension weaves itself through the ruins.
I'm immediately looking around to see if there's anything still here.
Okay. One last investigation check.
Wouldn't, I'm looking.
Mm.
Is it? I don't know.
If you're looking for something, it's investigation.
Okay. It's 10.
Okay. You can see again things that look like they've been dropped. Now, not anything really of value. Just a small pouch that has a couple of silver in it. And
I give you the pouch of silver.
Oh, wow. I
You're the
didn't have
official
any
bank.
money before, but thanks. I got heaps of money now.
I don't like money.
as the sky darkens and the starlight and the moonlight intensifies, patience. You see off in the distance this strange glimmer, the silver kind of light, very faintly and very almost like clear energy somewhere further on the other side of this meeting place in the township.
I kind of go towards it, I guess, to investigate.
Okay, and once again you see this strange shimmer of silver light kind of go behind a wall.
Yeah, going behind the
Do
wall.
I see patients walking away?
Yeah,
Can I follow?
sure.
I've got my spirit, at my side, just kind of walking with it.
As you guys all walk, you guys see again this silver light, and it turns and then it travels into one of the buildings. Peering through the door, there's nothing there. Peering back, you see the same shimmer turn and enter the door.
I'm going in.
I say, can I try something? And I use my amulet, and I make it snow.
Okay.
Because I assume that if it's a light, I'm trying to see if it's an invisible form or
Sure.
if it's a
Roll a d6 to see how intense the storm is. And that'll be
3.
that'll be okay. So a medium-sized storm that'll be expended until you recharge it. But essentially,
I just never knew that it did that.
well, you've never really used it before that.
I've used it.
But yeah, it's got like a charge a day. Yeah. But yeah, these clouds fall. These clouds form, and small pinpricks of snow start flurrying down at a moderate pace. They travel right through. Again, the silver light. It's there. It turns and then it travels. It's there. It turns and then it travels. As you guys look around, as the starlight and moonlight intensifies, now clearly throughout the entire ruins of Telfor, you see these spectral figures. You see them human form, some, and now they're kind of taking shape. There's a scene set in front of you of these people trading and laughing, and then all of them turn to look at you guys directly and rear back, and then it resets. And they go back to trading and smiling, and all of them turn to look at you, and then do this, and then it resets.
I nod at Maple, and I go into the door and follow where that one was going.
So there's the silver light that you'd once perceived now clearly is this human form. And again, he turns and then he runs into the house. Then he resets. He turns and then he runs into the house.
Yeah, we go into the house and investigate.
Yeah, all of you see this.
Let's go.
In fact, once again, the ruins of Telfor seem full of light. However, it's just the scene of townsfolk going about their business, turning simultaneously to where you guys are, trying to run and then resetting.
So it's basically
Except
like a
this one
snapshot
guy.
of their last moment.
Yeah, and except this one guy who's running into this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the house and investigate.
Can I track them because my favorite enemy is an undead, so if it's undead I can track it well.
In fact, this is not technically undead, this is celestial.
I got
I'm
a
gonna help. I'm gonna assist.
nat 1.
Net 1, I'm not going to allow any rerolling on that. The house itself, again, is gutted, not too much in there. But now there's this eerie kind of tension in the air as you watch these people. And Raiko, you hear the universal song add a couple of elements, tinkering almost xylophone-like notes. You realise that there must be running water nearby. There is a sense that you can hear that the wind picks up once more, and both the sounds kind of meld together and play the same bar over and over again.
So
I'm going to
I
start
followed-
playing that bar
Nice.
on the ocarina.
Roll performance.
Are you a musician? I never noticed. And then I pull out the giant flute that's on my back. Literally the same length as like this table. And I'm like,
God.
alright. And then I accompany him because I'm a noble descendant, so I have an instrument.
So that is 23.
Nice. So you pick up the notes quite quickly and you play alongside them. As you do, it's almost like a key in a lock. As you know, the pins of a tumbler system each kind of align to each point in the lock that needs to turn. So do all your notes fit perfectly into the song around you. As the song kind of turns, you see a different angle to the sound of music. The notes kind of intensify and change key. And you realise that there is a second layer to this song. Quite a dark creature. Quite an evil presence somewhere in this ruin of Pelfor. You guys have been here for over an hour.
Can we see Glommen?
No.
Do we hear Glommen?
No.
Can we call
Just in the
Glommen?
sky.
As interesting as this is, Maple, can you give Glommen a call and just make sure? Because it's been a while. Do we know how long an hour would be? Like,
Kind
us
of.
personally?
What is
Yeah.
time?
Not properly?
I think we.
There is spell, I think the light spell lasts an hour if someone had it going.
Surely Glommen
I'm not
like
sure.
would take longer than an hour to get here because it's so. It's
And he
so,
has to stop off and fill up and then.
and it's so much less.
He knows he's picking us up from here.
Yeah, and
he'll
it's a
come
lot
out
less time,
at the
yeah.
gate, you know.
So I call him.
Okay. Beep boop boop beep. Ah, yes, my friends.
What's
I love
up?
this thing. Not much.
What's good?
What's that?
I'm just arriving from the Fundia.
What's good, homie?
No. So are you on your way?
I'm in Philithandia, just stopping off at the tavern, and then I have a meeting, and then I'm on the way south.
Cool. So you still gonna pick us up?
Yes, of course.
Cool. That's all. Just checking in.
What time do you think you'll be able to pick us up?
Depends on how long the rulers of Philithandia wish to speak, and I have certain questions about some of the things that I'm selling.
But you'll definitely be at the palace of Dulcivern on time for the princess's birthday, right?
Absolutely.
So we've got nothing to worry about.
Oh,
Right.
also, is there anything that we could buy from you that would be an appropriate gift for the princess of
Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Picking the right gift for such a picky young lass is not something that I would place confidence in myself of being able to do.
I thought
Well,
we already
do you know
had
what
a
she
gift
likes?
as well.
What was the
We
Did
were,
we already-
we were potentially going to give her the gems from the cast.
And then I bought a sheep.
Hey, Glommen, do you
I
know
have one.
what she's interested in? Anything?
Well, she wants the most rarest artifacts, powerful things, rare creatures from each corner of the world.
Like a dire wolf?
Oh.
Direwolf. Rather common.
Oh, sorry.
She wanted a
You
black
realise your
elephant.
sheep was going to be eaten.
Yes, in fact, the black elephant is almost top of her
I would
list.
have never. I love Phoebe.
I heard there was a merchant who had spent the last year trying to find one for her. Surely that would please. Terrible, terrible.
Glommen, could you actually send a message to a cast?
I have no arcane way of doing so.
Why, you travel to a cast, right?
I've travelled on airship there. It takes quite some time.
How long?
A couple of days. A week. Depending on the air.
Is there a way? Because our stone circle connects to Queen Asalia, right?
Yes.
Sorry. Is there a way for... Because she wants something that's rare and far away.
Yeah.
Oh my
We
god.
get something from her cast that would kind of fit that. So is there any way for them to send us anything?
Certainly not in time for the.
Yeah.
But don't we have, I mean,
We have 2
And
gems.
what
from
is this kingdom's opinion on magic and arcane? Are they the...
Does the princess enjoy arcane objects? Things of great power.
The arcane has never been one that's taken her fancy. Solid gold armors and solid gold amulets, perhaps. I don't think she has a particular penchant for the arcane.
She's a bit superficial.
Yeah.
Why don't you give her a performance, musician?
Oh,
Is that not rare and amazing?
I'm terribly sorry. What's a fine idea? Should she not like but a single note of that song? I fear your head would be rolling down the river rather quick.
We could put on an act.
Nope.
Because we're from a faraway land.
And then all your heads might be on the
What
top
about a dwarven lord who has a very, very good skill in archery and a wolf?
If only we knew.
I tell you this, I'm very glad it does not come down to me to choose a gift for such a person. In fact, I spend not as much time there as I have to for my business.
Out of curiosity, how much do your airships go for?
Oh, I can sell those for anywhere near to 100,000 gold.
Jesus.
That's why, and you kind of hear the tinkering of rings on his hands. That's why it's been going quite so well.
And why you're all fat now?
Hey, that's not cool. I am offering you a ride.
That's true.
Could we buy one of your rings?
Which one?
Those shiniest ones.
Surely a ring won't suffice.
Do you have any other idea? We have absolutely no idea.
We have a ton of rare items.
You're probably
What,
talking
anything
about this when
shiny?
you pick them up, though.
Yeah.
What
Why
about
don't we
the dagger
deal
of
with the
Raven?
huh?
What about the dagger of the Raven Queen?
Oh,
Do you
that's
still have
Fucking
that?
rare, isn't
that's
it?
pretty rare, and it was. I think we. Do you have that?
I do.
Yeah.
I think that. What do you think, Loman?
Now that sounds wonderful.
I think Sylvius would enjoy giving that to a spoiled brat.
I think Sylvius is.
Dead?
And then everyone just thinks.
Sylvius. Thinks about Sylvius.
In fact, the battle cry of that wonderful adventure.
I
Once
think-
again.
I think Sylvius would want us to do whatever is going to get us further in our adventure.
You guys are also being really unsettled by the fact that these celestial beings are still doing 5 seconds of actions
By
on
the way, there was a second layer to the music, and apparently there's a dark creature.
Yeah,
It's
we're
all
about to get
around.
killed by a really dark creature.
Are you still talking to her?
Yeah, that was me talking to Glomman.
I just took off the hat because I couldn't see a damn thing with those glasses on.
I think for now we will just put our money on the
Dagger.
dagger for the Raven Queen from the Raven King.
Yes, Raven came out.
Do we know that it's the Raven King?
Singera does. But you guys don't.
Okay, the Raven Queen. But for now we should probably investigate this for a little bit longer until Glomman picks us up.
Yes, I think so.
How far away are you, woman?
As you listen a bit more intently, you can hear the sounds of a tavern in the background. Right on schedule.
So are you still going to get us there in time?
Should be fine.
We're relying on you, Glomman.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry.
Don't drink and fly.
No, of course not. Of
You'll be
course
a
not.
bloody idiot.
I know. That's very good.
I say, cool, thanks, Glomman.
Okay, let's go
And then
fast.
I'm like,
No more
alright,
arrows.
where's this weird dark spirit that we're gonna fight?
And all the celestial townfolk once again stare at you guys. And read that.
Can we try and kind of communicate with anything? Are
I
they
mean-
reacting to anything we're doing?
I could play. Do we want to encounter the dark thing?
Yeah.
I could play
Yeah,
the
go
song.
on, do it!
I could play the song that's associated with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
Do it.
Yeah,
Roll performance.
Go on.
Can't believe I'm doing this.
I've got my cleaver out. Oh, go on.
Everyone
Mabel,
ready?
Yeah.
Mabel just like is preparing spells, just like you can see there's white smoke gathering around her.
Question: what instrument are you using?
Oh, yeah, the drum or the ukulele?
Oh, also I
Or am I
keep
crazy?
apricot needs to me very close.
30 minutes like that. All right.
I'm going to use the shadow flute.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right.
Mm, nom, nom, nom,
The
nom.
bard plays his mellifluous melody.
It was me saying
That is 23
the
again.
tasting.
Cool. So, the piercing precision of the notes that Raiko produces on the shadow flute are ones of great beauty and grace. The form of the song is excellent, perfect, each note timed accurately and precisely. Raiko, as you play along, you hear the swell of an entire orchestra of sound that now accompanies the universal song. The creatures themselves, the celestial beings, don't move, they keep going about their same old thing. But now, behind you all, the place where all the creatures, these celestial beings, were looking, you see the swirling of black smoke.
Ooh, I'm touching everyone and I'm casting guidance.
It rips around in a vortex, and stepping out of this is this hooded figure, maybe 5 times larger than a Goliath, with these grand grey hands. And as he steps forward, dark cloak obscuring his eyes, you all get a sense of dread so complete you fear that you may never return from here, as his piercing dark eyes cast over the living beings in what he sees.
Sorry, with the voice, is he saying this?
No, this is just me.
Okay. He's actually like, hi!
Olivia,
How
what
you
are you in the
doing?
moment?
I'm so sorry, you just had this like intense voice.
I only wrote this entire account. I only took weeks to set up.
He was kind of setting the scene. You kind of took us out of it. You ruined the game.
It only took like four weeks to come up with this encounter, but...
Oh, no.
Don't worry.
Please,
start
please, indulge us in the fiction.
Please, yes, continue.
I don't think
Actually,
I can.
start from the beginning.
I can't start from the beginning, because
Dear God, Dad.
Stepping from the dark cloud rising to the call of the song of the shadow flute. Tick, Nick, as this thing gets closer, the dead look in its eyes as it points at all of you and simply shrieks. Intruders! And that is where we're going to leave tonight's session.
I have to do my one-liner. We should go.
The party finds themselves in the ruins of Telfor, and amidst the celestial beings, the recording of a hope once long lost, and the call of the creature that now threatens them all. We will be back next week for the continuation of this story. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Leonard, for your lovely donation. If anyone else wants to donate, there are buttons that you can do so, and we use it to buy things for the stream. Thanks for everyone that was here watching. Dion, Down to Chill. Thank you all guys, Jason, for being out there and supporting us. We really do appreciate it.
And hopefully we'll still be doing the podcast, maybe in 30 minutes to an hour, just so we can all breathe and not get lost.
Yeah. We'll be live streaming the D20 After Hours podcast in about half an hour-ish.
Yeah.
Once we reset the set and all that kind of stuff. And I get more coffee. So, thank you guys for joining me on Eyes of Elisia. Thank you, party members, for your wonderful choices and such. And we'll be back same time next week for the continuation of Eyes of Elisia. Good night. Good evening. Goodbye.